everybody to old pal Goudap. Let's recap the last week. We'll start it out by mentioning that Lark found her old cat. 2 weeks ago, there was a cliffhanger, and it was indeed her old fat cat, Tabby, up in a tree. While Lark coaxed Tabitha out of the tree, Ellywick found a note that must have dropped from the crow that Tabitha was eating, because Tabitha eats a lot of crows. Look at you, Barzu. Yeah, so Ellywick found a note, and it was a note addressed to Lord Albrecht, telling him to watch for strangers helping the dwarves, and to kill them if he must. It was signed with a black spider. The group asked Kiandella, the cultist chick who wasn't dead yet, about the letter, as she seemed unsettled by the spider icon. They mentioned that when the notes with the spiders started popping up, people started popping down. 6 feet down, to be exact. She seemed to be upset at the dwarves. Also, the group resumed their trek to Neverwinter, and a storm began to brew. Ellywick used her globe to bring sunnier skies in place of the fierce storm. As the group approached the gate, William speaks with the guards about the prisoners, and they suggest taking them to the Lords' Alliance, which there was some confusion over who they were originally. The Lords' Alliance, and easily let them pass through the gates. William turned the prisoners over to the Lords' Alliance, because he told the whole group that would be the fairest treatment of them. And he also allowed them to purify the mask. But in purification of the mask melted away completely. As the group watched the mask melt away, they wonder what will happen to these prisoners they just turned over to the Lords' Alliance if they need to be purified. And they agreed to defend them in a trial to see what will happen to them. After hearing the group, the magistrate finds the captives guilty of dragon worshipping, 'cause they were, and has the guards walk them to the back of the temple, where William knows what goes on, but doesn't care to elaborate. The group make their way to the bar that William, Zervix, and Lark are quite familiar with. The Star and Shield. Also some confusion with what is like the bar and field of the... It was a star. Moroz strikes up a conversation with a well-armored fellow named Famoor, who says he'd put in a good word with the Grey Hands, the great armorsmiths, if Moroz will investigate Green Nest for dragon-worshipping cultists. Which, of course, the group remembers that the cultists they just turned in said they had family at. Probably dragon worshippers there. After talking with the group, they seemed to agree that they would investigate if a proper contract were struck up and payment was guaranteed. While Barzu was eating the food that Ellywick gave him, he dropped his eye. Ellywick missed it, and it rolled, scaring a patron because she said it looked at her. As Ellywick tried to play it off as a harmless little toy, Barzu reinforced the fact that no, it was an eye. It was looking at things, and it did look at her. Like the group in the corner. Cliffhanger! Boom!
Perfect. I can just find something really. So,
Group in the corner.
give me 1 second.
That no one could see.
Well, yeah, they're all hidden. Come on.
Okay, so I put this on where I didn't.
I meant to play that up more. The invisible. I didn't. Or I mean, I didn't. Galdap didn't. Crazy old man!
Okay, this is gonna look ridiculous.
Also, I'm not actually there, right?
You're in the top left corner.
I put myself there because I think I'm not actually there.
Why aren't you there? You came down for breakfast.
Yeah, you would have come down.
No. I went off to go look. I was going to go off to look, or off to the Lord's Alliance. To look for Famoor.
Yeah.
Because I talked to William and to see if he'd be more likely the Lord's Alliance or the 9 or whatever, and they said try Lord's Alliance. So
Okay.
I'm not there.
Hold on, let me move to the right layer, and I will move you. I assume you will want to see some of what's happening.
Sure.
So I will leave you in there.
People want to see what's happening. All 0 of them.
Well, okay. So you've just been alerted that Barzu says that someone saw the eye, right?
No,
Mhm.
Barzu said that the eye was looking at a group in the corner.
Yep.
Which corner?
So, like I said, these are gonna look ridiculous because they don't match the current style of the game. Bear with me. I close as I
Picking
can
all the
get.
judgment.
Here comes the Warhammer 40k characters.
So it's even better than that.
I love Warhammer 40k.
It's just an 80-foot tall squirrel.
You should be able to see it now.
Where is it?
What are those?
Are those crow masks?
Those are crows.
Yep. Crows.
Barzu's a crow.
Yep. Hands up.
So do they look like crows to us, or?
So what you see are large humanoid-looking birds. They've got black feathers. They look like a crow, except they're the size of a human, the average height of a human, and they are walking, not flying.
And they have martinis?
That's an added benefit of being. And they are looking over at Barzu and Ellywick. Are you going to call out to them?
They're not. They're looking at the wall.
Yeah, sorry. They're not looking at the wall.
At least it wasn't an 80-foot tall squirrel.
So is anyone freaking out?
What?
Are any of the patrons like see these massive birds and kind of freak out over them, or?
You don't know if they don't see them or don't notice them, but no one seems to be freaking out.
They're pretty creepy when they move.
So, Ellywick, are you gonna do anything?
I was going to ask Barzu who they are.
So Barzu is like, brothers, sisters, can't fly, punished.
Why were they punished?
They do bad things. Now they're angry. But it's okay. Barzu can still fly.
Are they dangerous?
And Barzu kind of cocks his head to one side and then the other, in the way that birds do. It is kind of like looking at them. You notice that these creatures have swords on what would amount to being their hips. They look like seasoned warriors. They are in a black robe, as if they were trying to cover themselves at one point, but they now the hoods are fallen back, and you can clearly see the large beak, bird-like features.
Would I know anything about them historically?
No, I don't want to recommend Windows friends and colleagues. Go away. You would know that there is a species of bird-like creatures that cannot fly. You would never have seen them.
And they're looking directly at us?
They're looking at you.
So Barzu didn't really respond about whether or not they're dangerous.
No,
Right.
he looks like he's trying to take it in.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna try and sit still and turn my attention elsewhere, but kind of keep an eye towards them without actually keeping an eye on them.
Can I have confirmation of what eye is going to be on them? One in your face or the one Barzu has?
I was just wondering about that. I'm trying to figure out if I want to ask Barzu to watch them. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Barzu, do you think you can keep an eye on them and let me know when they start heading this way? And
So toss it, and Barzu is like kind of playing with his eye again. It's like, yeah, I'll watch.
okay, then I'm gonna kind of keep all of my senses perked and like, because I don't want to be. I kind of want to be as small as possible, which since I'm shrinking, that's not hard. But I don't want to be too noticed. I want to see if they're gonna come approach me or not.
Okay.
Because I know how like special Barzu's eye is, and I don't want that to be like a trigger for them to hurt me or hurt Barzu or any of that.
Okay. So William, what are you doing?
Drinking.
Lark, what are you doing?
I was gonna go get some breakfast. Is there anything on the buffet that is dried that I could put in my pack?
No, you don't see any dry. I mean, you see a little bit of bread, but that's really all that's there. You see a lot of things that are wet, like eggs and such. Nothing that would really hold up.
Okay, so I'm gonna take some bread and put it in my pack and then just grab some rest of the food.
Okay.
And feed Tabitha.
Perfect. Daravix, what are you doing?
Well, have I seen the crow people?
No. Are you facing the way you are?
Yep.
Then no, you would not see them. Yet.
Then I guess I'm just helping myself to breakfast.
Okay. Moroz, we'll get to you after we resolve what's happening in the tavern. This is a heads up on that. Okay. So, Ellywick, as you're sitting there scarfing down food, Barzu starts bouncing, going, "Come closer! Coming closer!"
Okay, I'm gonna turn and look at them and wait for them to approach, but at least let them know I see them coming close.
Okay. At this point, Lark, you would see them approaching the table as well.
And I can tell they're birds.
Yep, you can clearly tell they're birds.
Is Tabitha reacting?
Tabitha has kind of stopped in her tracks so that her back is going up, her tail is up. She is on edge in the presence of them.
So I think we have friends of Barzu's, Ellywick.
I see them. Let's just see what they have to say.
Maybe we
Are
should
they
call
are they at the table yet, or are
Yeah,
they
are
approaching?
now at the table. They have not spoken yet.
I want to call William and Zaravix over, just in case we have issues.
Okay, so what exactly are you saying?
Hey guys, you might want to come over here. We might have some visitors.
Hold on. Hey guys, you might want to come over here.
We have some visitors.
Oh my goodness. Are these ones
Wait,
that, like,
we have visitors or you have visitors?
Is this gonna have an effect on this?
do they? Hold on. Can I type something to you?
Yeah, go for it.
Why can't I get that to work?
That was gonna take down the gate, by the way. Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
What was that?
That is so we've got baby gates up around the house to keep the dogs like where we want them to be, and the cats not where we want them to be. And Dally decides, screw you and your gate technology. Alright, so you said to them, hey guys, you might want to come over here. We have visitors.
Yep.
Okay. So when you see that the creature in front says back in an exact mimicry of Lark's voice, "Hey guys, we have visitors," and then in Sister Gorilla's voice, "Come back."
In whose voice?
Sister Gorilla's voice.
Say Sister Gorilla.
No.
She's the one from the town, that other town, right?
Phandalin.
Yeah.
The one who sent us to Agatha's.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? You've just heard this creature say, "Hey guys, we have visitors," and then "come back," in two completely different voices, but an exact mimicry.
Well, I think they're parrots.
You think what?
They're parrots.
Oh boy.
I mean, would we know anything about these guys?
You would not know.
Can I roll a history check to see? I assume by this point I've turned around.
Sure.
Can I roll a history check to see if I recognize what these creatures are?
Yeah. So you recognize that these are Kenku.
Okay.
Perfect. Over in this chat.
Yep.
Everybody type Kenku at the same time. Hey, so guys, I'm gonna have to say, metagaming wise, like, don't link out to other sites and stuff like that. It kind of ruins the fact that you guys don't really know what a Kenku is.
Yeah, I was just um
So what are you guys gonna do? Zervix, you would have heard the voices as well. So I assume both of you would have turned around at the familiar voices.
Now, would I have seen them actually mimic the voice as well, or just like heard the voice twice?
So I would assume that you would have turned around upon hearing Lark say it, and then you would have seen them open their beak to say, "Hey guys, we have visitors, come back."
Well, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Did that sound like Sister Gorilla to anyone else?
The voice of Sister Gorelli comes back and goes, "Gorelli,
Sounds
Gorelli,
exactly like Sister Gorilla.
Gorelli."
I'm going to turn to them and ask, can I help you?
And they say, "Help!" And again, it's in Sister Gorelli's voice. And then they say, "Spider, spider, spider, spider," almost on repeat. And this is a very familiar voice to you, but you can't quite place where you've heard it. For some of the party, this is a much more familiar voice. Lark, Zervix, and William, you recognize this voice as Sildar.
So if we connect the dots there, probably giant spiders in Phandalin.
Can I want to turn to Barzu and ask him. So since these are basically hominoid creatures, they don't have like a different language that I could like speak to them in, right?
No.
Like animal. Okay, that's what I
There's
figured.
nothing you can speak to them in.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Barzu and ask him, are you able to communicate with these?
No, they're broken.
Okay.
Lark, Zervix, William, are you guys gonna do anything?
Because I obviously can't connect all of those dots.
Well, it sounds like we have to make for Phandalin if we want to go help.
Sounds like Phandalin's in trouble.
So a crow humanoid just walks up to us and tells us to go back to Phandalin. We don't have any questions about that?
I rolled on my Kenku roll. I know what a Kenku is.
Did you share that with us?
Nope, I did not. So far, there hasn't really been an opportunity. It's been, they walked up, started talking. I heard some things. We've all just kind of sat here.
Well, do you think this could be a trap? They're trying to get us to go back a certain way that we weren't planning on going?
So as you guys are talking, the Kenku kind of dissolve into shadows behind, into the darkness of that corner. So, 5 minute martini.
Oh goodness, they disappeared.
Are they they just completely vanish?
They're completely gone.
Holy crap.
Well, I mean, that was Sister Gorelli's voice. We obviously want to make sure they're okay, right?
If the Kenku said it, then they had to have heard that exact word from Sister Gorilla before. That's the only way they can communicate and speak is by perfectly mimicking something that they've heard before.
Certainly what it seemed like. Are they harmful creatures? Could they be being tricksty, or do you think like Sister Gorilla sent them to help, like to look for us for help?
They really aren't any better or worse than anybody else. They're just
Different.
kind of cursed.
Yeah. That's what Barzu said, was that they're cursed.
Zervix and Lark, are you guys gonna pitch in, or?
Why would they come all the way here? And how would they know where to find us? I think it's a trap.
The tarp.
It is kind of weird that they'd find us here, you know.
Didn't they say something about spider? Didn't we have a note on that?
Well, we didn't have a note on spiders, but we did have a note with a spider emblem on it. And we know there's someone to the south of the woods that we passed that goes by the name of Spider.
We'll just have to keep our guards up if we want to go back that way.
All right, well, what do you guys want to do?
Well, should we get more provisions, and don't we have a few things to do around here? Like, I need to go search for somewhere that can help me remove my curse, and not sure exactly where Moroz went, or if he's still wanting to travel with us. And I know Zervex wanted to go to his god's temple, so we have a few things we need to do, and I don't know if we need to immediately run off to Vandalia. Or
Yeah, I need to buy arrows.
Killing guys.
what?
Killing.
Phandalin, yeah.
It's not good.
So what we could do is we could split up for today, go do whatever we have to do running around wise, and then meet back here in the night.
Sounds like the best of plans.
So who is going with?
Do you have a map of the city?
I don't. I didn't have time to build out Neverwinter.
You didn't have time to build out on a block by block basis size of Chicago.
Trying to find Mangolf, sir. I was building candelabras and chairs.
Then I'm going to. Is there anybody around the bar who looks like? Because obviously, I would either follow Zarevex at least to his place to see if there's anybody there, since the Knights Alliance said any of the temples would be able to help, but I don't necessarily want to look to a god immediately, so I was wondering if there's anybody around the tavern that looks like they might know somebody of magic that can help with that.
Grump, the bartender, is probably your best shot.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
you don't play a lot of RPG. Always talk to the bar.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go. I just wasn't sure if there was anybody else looking around. So I'm gonna go talk to the bartender.
Any very nicely armored people, want to basically open up a side quest for exactly what I need.
So I'm gonna go up to Grump and say, excuse me, sir, do you know of anyone that is able to remove curses?
Grump kind of looks at you and goes, well, there's the churches and the temples, and if those aren't your pick, there's always the cults.
What kind of cults? Like, aren't those just another kind of version of churches?
Depends on if you believe what they believe.
And there's nobody else, no other magical folk that do it as a monetary exchange?
Hold on. So he kind of looks at you, says, if that doesn't fit, you can always try the circus. There's some people there that can probably help you out.
Well, thank you very much for your help. I'm gonna leave an extra gold piece, I think, on the, or yeah.
He says, thank you kindly, ma'am. So where are you going to go to?
I think I'll first start off with Zarevex, and on the way look and see if I see anywhere that has circuses as we're headed that way.
So you're gonna look for circuses first?
Yeah, but I'm gonna, well, I guess I don't know the town very well. I guess I should have asked where the circus is.
The world's smallest gnomes. Gnomes start out small. She got smaller.
Yeah, I think I will look for a circus.
Okay.
Should I ask him where I can best find a circus?
Sure, you can ask him.
Where's the best direction I can go to find these circuses?
In the city center with the markets. I didn't say that in Grimm's voice, but in the city center of the markets.
Thank you. I will try there first and see if I can rid myself of this curse.
Alrighty. Lark, where are you going?
I want to find arrows first off, but any other type of store that would sell provisions and stuff like that. Same with William's stuff, except for the booze.
Alky.
Do I need to ask the bartender where to find that, or can I generally?
Yeah, you can wander around if you want.
I mean, do I know that? Yeah, that's in the marketplace and somewhere around there.
Lark, you're one of the people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess I would know this place.
So you would, yeah, and so Neverwinter is like a very large city, but you would know the different districts. Like there's a market district and a temple district and a city. You would know that there's like a little residential district for the higher class people, and that's where politicians are. It would be a slum, and just that type of thing. So you're already aware of where that's at in there. So the only ones who really wouldn't know it would be Moroz and Ellywick. And then Zarevix would be somewhat familiar, but you're looking for new things you might not have seen before, i.e. sigils, place of worship.
Right.
So let's swap over to Moroz really quick.
Woo.
I already have that map built. Sorry, I slacked today. I was so desperate to beat Moroz. I still didn't win.
What?
Her candelabra and chair army.
Here, let me just set this map by getting rid of everybody else's character. So I'm gonna leave your characters kind of on the map, but not really, so you guys can still see what's going on, but at the same time, not there. Cool. Alright, Moroz, you find yourself in the Lord's Alliance. On your way there, you pass a gallows of a sort, and you see that it looks like they're preparing for something.
Oh,
Most
boy.
likely fresh execution.
So the this is the fellow that knows.
What? Yep. Why? Because I like puns. Can't help it.
Huh?
Sir Begrands.
So it's okay with
It is. It's way better when I make the puns.
I didn't really.
Grand.
Oh, Begrand. Yes. I should have had Begrand. But anyway, right. So, is sir
Sir.
is a sir. Sir. Sir Begrand. I'm one of the party that you spoke with yesterday. Though I didn't speak up much. I was wondering, perhaps you might have seen a representative of the Grey Hands come through. Famoor.
Yes. Famoor stops by often.
Is he around this morning?
He's already passed through.
Do you happen to know where he's going? My party might have some, and I'm sort of half.
I believe he was heading out to the Grey Hands headquarters.
Wonderful. I would also like to meet up with the Grey Hands separately. Possibly be able to give me directions?
He looks a little bit suspicious, as if this is a request that's happened before. And he goes, and you know Sir Famoor. Do you want to try to persuade him that you do know Sir Famoor?
Well, I'll say I don't know Sir Famoor. I met him last night, but as you can see from my armor, it's handmade. And while my craft is crude now, I aspire. One of my life's aspirations is to become a better armor crafter. And after speaking with him last night, he said that he might put in a good word if we were to do some work for him. I went to go talk to my party before committing to it, and I've gotten their answers. So I would like to meet back up with him, see if I can bargain a deal with him.
I see. And do you want to roll? He goes, I see. And you tell me that Sir Famoor gave you a quest.
No, he didn't. He spoke of a place that needed some investigation, but I did not commit to it, or I did not commit myself or to the party to it without speaking to everyone else.
See. Well, their headquarters are south of here.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I saw some gallows being strung up. That wouldn't have anything to do with people we brought in, would it?
It is. It is their execution to be had.
See. So I am sort of a new member of the group there. I don't know a lot about William other than the fact that he seems to be fairly loyal to his friends. He told us that you guys would give these people the best possible treatment. Is it right to assume everyone in the town would have committed death?
So you can see on Sir Begrands' face that he's a little bit shocked that you're approaching him this way. In fact, he says to you, and would you let followers of Tiamat into your home to spread their poison? No, this is the best way to do it. They may not remember what they've done, but they have done it, and they have been touched by Tiamat.
I agree with you. In fact, I spoke the words to my own party. I tried to let them know what a horrible, vile, evil Tiamat is. They didn't understand. I was just curious if that was what the whole of Neverwinter thinks about Tiamat as well. I personally have no love for the gods. I don't find any purpose in serving other gods, so I'm with you on that respect. I just wondered if that's the alignment of Neverwinter.
That is the law in Neverwinter. Those that follow Tiamat die.
I see. Well, you get no argument from me. Carry on, and I appreciate your help.
Okay. So, yeah. So we're just gonna roleplay this next one without a map because I don't have one built for the Grey Hands.
I was kind of hoping you'd just be like, oh, gee, talk to him.
Well, okay, let's retcon something. Famoor is just out in front. So he's just recently left. So
Okay.
he's right in front of the Lord's Alliance. Don't. What are you taking?
Hey, give me just...
Okay, so you run into Famoor out in front of the Lord's Alliance. What are you going to say to him? Old music.
Okay. Sir Famoor. If I could have a word for a second. If I could have a moment of your time.
He nods. So, like, yes, I give you permission to speak.
I brought your... I mentioned the quest that you brought up in to the rest of my party, and there's a little bit of... Some people are a little bit split on it due to the expense of the cultists we brought in. But I do believe that they all agree that if some type of contract was struck up, services rendered, clear lines drawn and whatnot, that they'd be willing to go investigate. I personally be very interested. So, but given the fact that the stood by me for so long, I wanted to do right by them instead of a quest that they know nothing about.
So Sir Famoor looks at you a little bit confused. Are you all seeking to join the Grand Hands, or is it just you?
No, it's just me. But as I said, these people have been loyal to me. I wanted to stick by them at least for a little while to repay the services they've shown me. So
you seek a contract telling you to go out and do good things for good.
more or less a contract of payment, and they don't want to just go out and do things for free.
You see his eyes get large when you say you would like a contract for payment.
Perhaps a bounty per head?
Sir Famoor looks at you and goes, perhaps the Grey Hands are not for you.
Oh, I apologize. I guess I understood. I'm new to this bigger city. If that's not the way things are done around here, perhaps I need to go renegotiate with my own party. As again I said, I have a passion for it. I would not want to lose out on that. That's not the way business is done around here.
It is not the way of business for the Grey Hands. Grey Hands protect the people, but we do not expect them to pay per head or by bounty.
That's
Find
fair
our
enough.
loyalty in that. If you speak with your party, and if you still wish to do it, Green Nest is still open with the same standing. However, if you find yourself requiring payment, we will pay, but the Grey Hands will be closed to you.
I see. I appreciate your counsel.
So he does give you that option. Like, you can get paid for it, but you do not get to join for any benefit from the Grey.
Yep, I fully.
Okay, cool.
So, I guess you've figured out what everyone else.
Yep, what else are you going to do?
I was interested in magic as well. Eldritch Knight. So, I'm going to wander over towards. Said there'd be like or just general areas of like, different districts and whatnot. Would there be a mage district?
There would not necessarily be a mage district, but there would be kind of an academic district where you would find a lot of the magic.
That's probably more up my alley anyway. Study disciplines. That's where I'm going to head. The idea of going sort of a combat magic, and by combat I'm not talking specifically about offensive, but offensive and spells late combat.
So offensive, defensive, combat spells?
Yep. I'm not looking to commune with nature or.
Cool. So we'll come back to everyone, but you are now leaving for the academic district.
Yep.
There are signs of a library off in the distance. Like, you can clearly see that this is a place of learning. Are you going to head in that general direction then?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. We're then going to go to Willem. Sorry, I'm watching Drag Race. It's affected my ability to pronounce William. William, you are going shopping.
Yep.
So, where are you going?
I'm
can
going
I-
to the nearest store that sells all the things I mentioned.
Am I tagging along with William?
Yeah, can I try and tag along with Lark? Since she
Sure.
knows
Are
the
you going
city
to
center?
ditch on Zervix then?
Yeah, since I'm not as interested in the well, he's going. I need to go to city center, right? and where all the markets are. So I don't know if we're going in the same direction.
Well, okay, so
Oh, he does need to go to the general market to get provisions, so maybe we'll just head that way first, if that's okay, Zaravix?
I'm more looking towards getting to my temple first.
Okay, then I guess I'll follow you there if we can. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm a loyal person. I'll just go with what I was planning. Don't cry, Zaravix.
crime's already begun.
Stroke. It'll be okay. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and go with Zaravix then.
Okay, so William, you are going to a mineral shop. So you find that there is a sign that says, "Oh, you've already written everything you wanted." You find that there's a sign that says, "Talia's Supplies, General Adventuring Gear."
Woo! Okay.
Okay. She has pretty much anything that you could want. That's non-magical, and it is a very well supplied shop.
All right. About how much would I be, for the list I sent you, about how much would I be looking at? I mean, I can give you the amounts that are listed in the handbook for each of those if you want.
Sure. I'm planning it over there. Go ahead.
Yes, I have. Let's
Unless I get to it first.
about 15 gold pieces for the entire set at the standard market value.
For all of it.
Which it's funny because 2/3 of it is the alcohol.
So yeah, you find that there's no extra hidden amount to it. You find everything that you want to get.
Oh, right. So subtract the 15 and then update my inventory.
Weights accordingly, please. Lark, since you are going with William, what are you purchasing?
I need arrows and crossbows, and I kind of want to look at the armor that she sells.
So how many arrows are you getting?
How many is she selling?
So they're sold in sets of 20. She has plenty of arrows. What are you buying?
And how expensive are they?
They're 1 gold piece per set of 20.
How expensive are the crossbow bolts?
Bolts are 4 copper pieces for a set. They're 1 gold piece for a set of 20. They also weigh more at 1.5 pounds versus 1.
Hey, give me two of the crossbow bolts and 2 of the arrows.
So it's 2 gold pieces for the bolt set, or for the 2 bolts, and 2 gold pieces for the arrow sets, both of them together. So you have to pay a total of 4 gold pieces, and you're adding in 2 pounds for the arrows and 2.5 pounds 3 pounds for the crossbow bolts.
And what type of armor does she sell?
So you don't find any armor here. This is really just provisions from the road.
Okay, what about food?
She sells basic rations, and then she sells, and it says with air quotes around it, fancy rations, and it's in a sealed bag.
How many pieces are the fancy rations and how expensive are they?
So the fancy rations are for 1 day. They're 10 silver pieces, and she has enough to get you through as many as you want. And then the standard rations are 4 silver pieces for 1 day, both of which weigh the same amount.
Okay, give me 5 fancy and 5 regular, I guess.
So you get 5 fancy at 2 pounds a piece, and 5 regular at 2 pounds a piece.
Okay.
And so 5 silver pieces for that, and it's silver pieces. So 3 silver pieces there, 25. So it's 75 silver pieces. And do your math accordingly for your others. So it's 20 pounds of material.
Just a quick question. Is it 10 to 10 to 10 to 10, or is it 100, 100, 100, 100?
So how many silver pieces is 1 gold piece?
Money conversion.
Yeah, I can't remember whether it was the 10 or 100.
Yeah. That slips my mind. But it's early on in the game.
It is a 10-10-10 scale. It's 10 copper to a silver, 10 silver to a gold.
Well, you mean to electrum pieces, right?
No. 10 silver to a gold.
Electrum is it's one of those side things, right? So it's got like, I remember it being explained as like the standard ones are like copper, silver, and then gold, and then like the other ancient ones are electrum, platinum, whatever, and those have weird conversions.
Think of electrum as like the Kennedy half dollars in the United States. They're legal tender, but you never see anybody carry them.
They're weird, and their conversions are messed up.
Unobtained.
And how many silver did that cost?
75.
And what else? Is there anything else that she sells that is interesting?
She sells pretty much anything you could want that's not magical or armor. So if you're looking for something, she probably has it.
What about a bedroll? How much does a bedroll cost?
She has bedrolls, and they cost a gold piece, and they weigh 7 pounds.
Okay, I'll take a bedroll.
Out of character, is there any benefit to having a bedroll?
There's not a in-game rules as written benefit.
It's comfort.
Like The Sims.
I've never played it.
You've never played The Sims?
Nope.
Is joking.
I played Sims
Neither.
Ant, Earth, Life, and Sims 1000, but that's about as far as it goes.
Man,
Is
I
it-
love Simant.
Yep.
I've never played any of them.
Played Simant.
Is there anything that she sells that Tabitha would want?
So she sells some different things for cats, like some different foods. Some of it's canned, some of it's fresh, some of it's like dried tuna and stuff like that.
Okay, how much is the dried tuna?
It's 1 silver piece per can and half pound per.
Okay, let's buy 5 of those also.
Cool. Is there anything else you're gonna be looking for?
I think that's about it for this shop. I'd like to go to a magic shop too, just to see what they sell.
Yeah.
Or an armor shop if there's one nearby, but I don't know if William's heading that way also.
Yeah. I mean, I got what I want, so I'm along for the ride now.
You guys are you guys are together, so you're able to talk and be like, hey, they don't really sell any armor here. I'd like to go pick something up.
Yeah, I think if we head to an armor shop to see what they're selling, see how much. I mean, I don't know how much money or how much it'll cost, but it'll be interesting to see what we can get.
All right.
Sure. So you head back out into the street, and you see across the street a lion's head on a sign, and it says Lion's Head Coster, Neverwinter. Are you
Is
gonna
that-
go in?
Is that armor? Coster?
That's the armor shop.
Sure, let's go in.
So you can find any non-magical weapon and armor here at a premium. or anything that's above plate mail.
So I can only use light armor. So what type of light armor do they sell?
So they sell. You can only use light armor.
Yeah, that's what it says in my description, I think.
That we need a leather worker or something.
Well, you do find some leather available. It's your standard leather armor. No magical, no tweaks to it, no nothing.
So probably what I'm wearing now.
Uh-huh.
The leather armor, the studded leather armor is probably the only real upgrade that's +1 AC.
Yeah, but yeah, they don't sell it there.
Do they sell any special crossbows or bows or I guess I can use short swords.
So they sell no like really special crossbows. Everything you find is about equal in so it's about equal in quality. So if you were looking for like a +1 or +2 armor or a +1 +2 bow, then you would have to look elsewhere.
So would I know that they don't sell those really in this market area?
You wouldn't necessarily know that. You would just know that the ones on display look to be about the equal of what you have.
Okay, well, can I ask the person that's selling them if they know where we could go to get better armor and weapons?
So you find yourself at what amounts to be a checkout area, and the lady behind the counter says, well, go to the market and see what they've got up for the day. It changes daily.
Oh, they have like an open market?
Yes, they've got a market district, and in that market district, there's permanent shops, and then there's tents that pop up, right? So you've got travelers coming in and going out.
Okay. Well, I don't see anything here that I think is going to help me too much. We might check out the pop-up tents, see if there's anything special going on.
William, what are you going to say?
Going along. I've gotten what I've done with the day. I'm happy to walk around, get a little bit of exercise.
So you've hit up your first two things. Moroz is Morozing. Checking things off.
Zarevix went AFK.
So let's go back to Moroz. So Moroz, you find yourself heading towards this library in the distance, and finally you arrive into what amounts to being a heavily academic area. You see different shops with different languages written upon them. All of them look pompous and such. One has a picture of a book on it. It is obviously a bookstore. Are you going to go in?
So one has a picture book. What are the other shops?
Some of the other shops have pictures of wands on them. One has a picture of an orb, and it's enchanted to be somewhat glowy. You find others have no pictures on it at all. Just what is just a sign with words on it. Some of them are doors that are propped open and incense that are by the door. So yeah.
I would probably be down for anything either draconic. I don't want to. I'd be away from more or less, I guess, hippie shops, or if I smell a lot of probably stay. But yeah, I'm looking for something that's strict guidelines, something I can add into my day.
What you see that really fits that display is really the library and a shop that's off to the side of it that looks very well taken care of. There's a very clear sign on the front that says magic, but there's not any special hippiness to it, no extra enchantment. It looks very militant.
That's where I'm going.
Perfect. So you enter, and a gnome greets you and says, welcome, Dragonkin. How goes?
Oh, just fine. After coming from some recent travels, I realized that while I'm very happy with how I'm progressing physically, I think there's a bit more I could add to my mind that might help my overall prowess. I was wondering if perhaps you had any educational materials where I might be able to instruct myself on how better to protect myself in battle, possibly using magic.
So the gnome pretty much squeals with joy and goes, we have pamphlets, and we have scrolls, and we have books. What can we help you with?
Well, I'm no stranger to being a student of study, and if you would happen to have any books that I could study that might teach me permanently, as opposed to just something temporary like control, I'm really looking to understand this stuff and incorporate it in overall life.
So he kind of leads in front of you, expecting you to follow, and takes you to a series of books that say magic for the military and military magic and other similar flavor of words, and kind of just does a grand gesture in front of them.
Ah, this is exactly what I want. Thank you.
Yes. So he smiles widely and says, which ones do you want?
Well, I'm looking for something. Something that perhaps I could into my armor. I'm not saying I don't mean like weave and like make talismans in my armor. I'm saying like to bolster my armor, to bolster my overall defensiveness.
So the gnome looks confused at the word weave.
OOC, like shield spell.
Okay, so you're looking for, like, out of character, you're looking for a shield spell.
Yeah,
Okay.
defensive, yeah, something like that.
Okay. So he looks at you and goes, well, you're looking for something to weave your armor. And he says it like that. Well, I have a series of don't get hit books.
That's it. That's where I'm going. Don't get hit.
And so he pulls out one, and on the front it says, shielding your shit. That's what it says. Can I interest you in shielding your shite?
Ah, it looks like shit to me. I mean, it looks like the word shit in the title. That sounds like somebody I want to read. Absolutely. Wonderful book.
It is one gold piece for the book.
You what? One gold piece? Alright. Well, in addition, occasionally I find that I'm not always in the best position. So, as you can see by my beautiful swords here, I like getting into the fray. But I'm not always there right away. I was wondering if perhaps there's some way I could lend my force from afar. Some type of combative magic, some type of offensive magic that I could use. I'm not looking for crazy things like fireballs or blizzards, nonsense like that. I just want to be able to strike at the enemy while I close the distance and strike with my sword.
The gnome looks at you and goes, have you tried running?
Yeah, but I want to hit stuff as I'm running. I like hitting stuff. That's what I do.
Out of character, what are you looking for exactly?
So I haven't studied up enough on Eldritch Knights, but do I get an Eldritch Blast?
I don't think so.
Any type of force stuff. I guess Magic Missile would probably be the closest. Well, I can cantrip those. But so I'm trying to act like I don't know anything about magic. So even cantrips would be new things that I would need to learn, actually.
And so you could pick up a book about Eldritch Blast, only to find that you can't do it. Or like this same book that could have ways to close the gap can have that different type of stuff. So it can
Magic
be like
missiles and
Eldritch
stuff?
Blast, and you try and it doesn't work.
Okay, but I can do stuff like I learn magic missiles, other cantrip type things.
Yep, so that would still be in there. So it'd be like, let's assume this book has more than one thing in it. It's like, chapter 1, how to use your Elder Blast. Chapter 2, how to make things go boom, magic missile.
There you go.
Chapter 30. So it could have those different spells in them, but you would not be able to learn Elder Blast.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And what's the title of that book?
Yeah, so he pulls out and goes, when running doesn't work. And he kind of just holds it out, and it shows a picture of a dragonborn tripping with swords out. I think it was made for you.
Tripping? I'm not saying that I'm tripping. I'm saying I'm not there yet.
Oh, it's fine. We all trip. Some of us fall a lot farther.
Okay. I glare at him as he's testing my patience.
He goes, half off, half off. So, you would just pay 1 gold piece for the 2 books then.
Okay. Alrighty, so that's what I'm looking for the moment. And again, I'm trying to be in character, but how about just a general beginner's guide on rituals and magic and things like that? I would really like to understand the basics of it, regardless of where it leads me or doesn't lead me.
So you see this gnome get a giant smell and go, ooh, come with me to that creepy corner. And you both walk over to a corner that's in the dark. There's not much there. And he goes, rituals for all your needs. Sacrifices, not sacrifices. Atonement, attunement, assignment. All of it for you. What do you want? Or do you just want rituals? Don't get yourself on fire.
Yep, that looks good.
Okay. And it's 1 gold piece for that. It's a much larger book. Holds a lot more information about general rituals, length of time expected, what to eat, when to eat it.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
All right. Each book, or the first 2 books are £1 each, and the second book is £2.
Big books.
Got it all. And then after all that, I'm going to look for an armor shop. I'm not going in there for purchase, but for the...
Okay. Are you going to, like, the barracks district?
That where armor is?
So you could go to the market where there's general armor available, or you could go to, like, a barracks district. You would know that if you're trying to learn, maybe that'd be a good place to go.
Okay.
Not such a good place to buy.
Well, yeah, and I would probably go there anyway, because, again, more on the military side of things. I'm not looking for fanfare or pretty stuff. I'm looking for effectiveness. And all those little things like how to overlap skills in just the proper way so it's durable and not get gummed up. That's it.
Come on. So, okay.
No bedazzling.
So you'll go to the barracks, but first we're gonna cut to Neverwinter and Ellywick. Whee! Neverwinter and Ellywick, what you guys doing?
Okay, well, I was heading on up towards Umberlee's temple on the north side of town.
Okay. Ellywick, you're hanging out for this too?
Yep, I'm gonna follow him, and I'm going to be looking at all of the temples as we since you said it's a temple district, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna be looking at all of the temples and see if there's one that looks like, I don't know, maybe, is there anything like druidish or something a little bit more, like less hardcore god-like, that might a little bit more opening, I guess, like.
Sure. When as you guys are walking, you find yourself slowly segueing into a lot of marble-looking buildings. You see one temple that has a hand and an eye in the center of it. This is obviously the insignia of Helm. You stop.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and stop and take a look. Dervex, is it okay if I look around while you head to your temple and we can
Yeah.
meet back in the center?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So Ellywick, you enter into here, and you find a lot of individuals in similar armor to what Dervix used to wear. You find yourself entering, and they are all pretty somber looking, and one individual towards the front is standing there, and she says, "Welcome to Helm." I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I had to do it.
What? I don't know why that's funny.
What?
I don't know what you're resisting.
Sean was making fun of me because I said, "Welcome to Helm."
Oh, okay. Hi, I was wondering if you guys have ways of removing curses for, in exchange for gold or deeds or something like that. I'm not really wanting to pledge myself to anyone, but I really need some help. Or if you know of anybody.
Well, we can help you. So you find yourself cursed or pledged?
I'm not really sure. I accidentally touched a contract and had to deliver something, but the members in my party said not to go back there because it was possibly an evil deity, and I'm not really sure what's going on, and I think I'm getting shorter.
Oh, hold on. Before you guys hear the gate crash again, Sally's deciding now he doesn't want to be on this side of the gate. So as you're speaking, her eyes get wider, and then they kind of narrow down. She's like, "So you pledged yourself to an evil god, and you didn't follow through with it. So now you're shrinking."
Well, I didn't know that it was a pledge. I didn't actually do it on purpose. I was trying to stop one of my comrades from touching it, from like signing anything. And just by touching it, they said that I had to, I was given a curse, get rid of a curse for returning something. And I made a big mistake and I don't know what to do.
You must understand that you stand in the Temple of Helm, and we uphold the law, and you have signed a contract. So you have signed yourself to this law. We can take a look at the contract, but you've pledged yourself to an evil god.
I'm not
Without that-
necessarily sure that he's evil. I don't know that for sure. We don't know if he's good or bad. I don't know anything about this god.
Well, she seems a little bit confused. She's looking you up and down. You don't have the contract?
There's a weird, creepy cloak that's in my pack that I'm afraid to touch.
Were you of sound mind when you joined this contract?
I mean, I wasn't under any kind of spell that I can tell. I just ran up and tried to stop my friend from signing it. And just by like touching it, he said I agreed to it. And I never agreed. I never said anything, but he said by touching it, I did.
But did you know it was a contract? Did you read through the words?
I didn't get a chance to read through the words. I heard them kind of spoken, but I never actually had a chance to read the contract.
And were you under duress at the time of this? Also, make me a persuasion roll. See if she is believing you. Okay. So
I mean-
she seems to be leaning in your direction, and she looks at you and says, "Well, in the eyes of Helm, I can't say that this contract is binding. But I see no reason why you should continue to be bound for it. So you should be able to have your curse removed."
Okay, who do I talk to? What do I need to do? And what do I need to do in exchange for it?
Well, generally we take money. Oh, I almost got through that. Generally we take money as a donation to the church, but if you follow me, I can try to remove this curse from you.
Thank you very much.
So she takes you to a back area, and pulls a scroll out. It's 200 gold pieces to have this removed. Are you prepared to pay the fee to the church?
Oh, I don't have nearly that much. All I have is 72 gold pieces.
I see.
Um,
Unless you're willing to perform something in service to the church, do not remove the curse.
what would you need performed? I have some other tasks that I've promised some of my companions I'd help them on, but I can definitely.
We've heard about the issues at Green Nest, and they come ever closer.
We're headed there. So what all do you need? We're going there to check out some cultists and try and rid the area. What else would you need done there?
Well, we would need you to go and help and uphold the law there. Bring order to the chaos, and do it in the name of Helm.
Then definitely, I would gladly do that.
Take this as a mark of Helm to go forward. And now I shall remove the curse from you.
Thank you.
So you, as you stand there, she reads the scroll aloud, and you find your body kind of tingly for a little bit, and then it goes back to normal. She goes, "Your curse has been removed."
Can I check my pack to see if the cloak is gone?
Sure. Spoiler, it's not.
Huh. I want to show her the cloak and say, does this look like anything I need to be concerned about? Can you tell?
Wait, did you touch it?
No. I'm opening my pack and showing. Like, I look in, I see it's still there, and I, like, hold it up.
So she looks at that and goes, "Well, it's hard to tell in there. It's probably best not to touch it. Especially if it's from your evil god."
Okay.
I know this might not be something you're interested in, but if you join Helm, we can protect you from this. You don't have to join and do anything crazy, but if you go forth in the service of Helm, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I'll consider it, and when we get back from what was it?
Green Nest.
Green Nest. I'll come back and let you know how everything went and what my decision is from there.
You don't have to just tell me. The temples of Helm are everywhere.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And can do I need to give you any gold or Right.
She looks at you and kind of tilts her head and goes, not happy music in the background. If you give to the church, it will be in charity, and we will take it in favor.
Ed looks at you and says, "You're not very good at negotiating, are you?"
Nope.
I mean, we'll take all your money, but just saying.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and donate 10 gold to the church.
So as you leave, she says, "With Helm's blessing," and that's it.
You. So I'm no longer getting tiny. Do I get restored to my normal size?
You notice no difference in your height.
So I'm still the same.
Yep. Okay, so cool. Is that all? So? You continue walking. You pass by a temple that has a moon on it, and a temple that has a sun on it. Stop at these temples.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take a look at them.
Okay. Which one do you go in first?
I'll take the sun.
Okay. You find yourself in the Temple of Selene. This is Our Lady Silver, and she is the Sensal monk patron. You find yourself surrounded by the Sensal monks. They all look to be in meditation. Do you say anything? Do you do anything?
No, I don't want to break anybody out of their meditation, but can I look around and see what the decor is like?
There are different motifs of sun and sunlight. You find no depiction of darkness or moon.
Okay. And nobody's waking up or anything?
Well, I mean, they're in meditation. They're
Right,
awake.
but-
They're just not paying you any.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'll just walk back out.
Okay. Do you enter the moon?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. So you find yourself in the Temple of Shar. As you enter, you hear, "Night Singer, give me power. Praise to the Night Singer." And you see what appears to be many drow elves around you. Do you stay or do you leave?
I'm gonna back out quickly.
Okay. As you continue forward, you see a temple with what appears to be a storm held in a glass orb. This is obviously the Temple of Talos. You would recognize this.
The Temple of Chalice?
Talos?
Yeah.
You're going in?
Yes, please.
So you enter and you hear, "By Talos!" And you see what amounts to being quite a few different clerics and paladins. You know that this is not a necessarily good place to be. That these are generally known to be chaotic, evil individuals.
Oh.
Just giving you a heads up.
Then I'm gonna turn around and go out.
There's many other temples you can visit, but you find yourself walking by the Temple of Famoor. Best temple. The gold coin as signage. What do you do?
The Temple of Timora?
Yep.
Like one of those is allowed to be there?
What? Why wouldn't there be one?
Oh, Timora. Sorry, I was thinking the other. I'm really bad at names. I don't know if you guys figured this out yet.
There's not a random Temple of Talos. They're chaotic evil, but they're not like
wanting vault breakers, but they're not wanting pot breakers.
They're the Lord of Storms. What's wrong with that?
They're just next door to Helen.
It's normal.
Then yeah, I'll go ahead and look at that one.
As you enter, you hear, "Luck is always on your side." What do you do? So there's different people standing around, followers of Famoor.
Is there somebody close by?
Sure. You can walk forward and talk to a lady. Her name is Agnasia.
I'm gonna go up and be like, hello, I'm just in the area and looking around and learning. What is your cause here?
We follow Timora, Lady Luck. He is the deity of good fortune, skill, and victory.
Oh. Do you know anything about strange items at all?
So she looks a little bit confused and goes, "Strange items."
I have this really weird cloak that I got stuck with in my travels, and I didn't know if you might know what it is or what it's about. And I open my pack and like hold it open the same way I did previously.
Sure. The lady you speak to, Agnasia, she looks confused and goes, "I don't think we can be of any help to you here."
Okay, so there's nothing lucky that can turn this into something less worrisome at all?
There's always luck, but this appears to be a different matter.
A what?
A different matter.
Oh. What kind of, can you tell what it is?
She looks at you and goes, "A cloak?"
Well, yes.
So that's all she gives you. She doesn't say anything further.
Well, thank you and have a wonderful day. And I'll go ahead and walk out. And...
Okay. So that would be the last. I mean, you could go through others if you're interested.
Yep.
You could.
Yeah, I'll just wait in kind of I'll wander up close to, do I see Sigil's temple?
You do. I am assuming Zarevix is meeting.
What am I doing?
So she is now approaching. So she is now approaching Sigil's temple. So I'm assuming
he's
that
inside,
you went
right?
straight towards Sigil or to Umberlee's temple, where you guys are looking for it.
Okay, now in the time that she was doing all that, would I not have found it, or?
Well, my question for you is: do you want to go to Umberlee's temple first, or do you want to go into Sigil's temple?
I would like to go into Sigils first.
Okay. So you find Umberlee's temple, and off to the side, in a significantly smaller temple, that appears to only be a single room, you see the sigil of Sigil.
Okay. Roughly how small does it look?
This is probably a 10 by 10 room. This is a 10 by 10 room.
Okay. So I go inside. Do I see anything? Is anyone in there?
Yeah, hold on. You find an older lady. She stands before you. She appears to be in normal attire. The only mark of sigil that she wears is on the sleeve of her gown. Is a dragon head that matches the dragon on your gauntlet.
Okay. I guess I'm going to go up and approach her.
She sees you and extends a hand and goes, Mavar, at your service.
Zervix. I'm here to pray and commune with Sigil.
There appears to be it's like a trench in the center of the room. It has water flowing through it. It's flowing from the Temple of Umberly, so you can assume that this is coming from the ocean. She gestures towards. Don't go through my candy bag. Give me the candy bag, Sean.
Talking to somebody.
Doesn't matter. I have to protect the candy bag.
Apparently she gestures towards a candy bag.
It says, don't steal my candy bag. If all you're going to take out of here are the chocolate covered, then you can do that. But I would also like to move it. So she gestures towards that trench and says, you may pray to him here. We are not well established yet to have any more of a formal temple.
Well, Sigil has lent me power in my time of need, so that is why I'm here and want to show my respect towards Sigil.
Okay. So do you kneel before that trench?
Yeah.
As you kneel before the trench, you hear Ellywick enter. So Ellywick, you are now in the Temple of Sigil.
Oh, I wasn't actually going to go in. I was just going to kind of wait outside.
Oh, gotcha. So you Zervix are kneeling before it, and you hear Sigil in your head go, "Hi, welcome home."
And I'm gonna now. Can she read my mind if I think it, or is it?
Yeah, if you think it, she will hear it.
Okay, then I'm gonna reply back in my mind. Thank you for allowing me to have your hospitality. Now, as to what I inquired about before, if you'd be able to further enhance my my sword, is that still possible?
You hear and you feel in your mind confirmation that yes, that is still possible. And then you hear in your mind, place your sword into the waters. It shall be made better.
All right, I'm going to take my sword and slowly lower it into the water.
As you lower your sword into the water, it appears to disappear. But you can still firmly feel it in your hand.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I guess I'm going to wait for a bit. Just sitting there with my hand holding it under the water for a little bit until I feel that Sigil's done with it.
Hold on, I have candy business to get to. Okay, I'm back. So, sorry, can you repeat yourself?
A death to something, but
Death to the non-believers?
no, the hangman. I'm just going to keep my hand in the water until I receive some sort of, feeling from Sigil saying that they're done.
Sure. So you feel that the magic is complete?
Okay, I'm going to pull it out of the water.
Alright, so what you pull out of the water, so you don't, your sword is invisible in the water. You simply don't see it. When you pull it out, you find that your sword you still don't see it, but you can feel it in your hand. And if you hold it in the right way, the light seems to glance off of it as if it's still there.
Okay, I'm going to think, to Sigil. Thank you. This is an amazing gift from you.
Okay. So yeah.
And I'm going to go. I can't remember the name of the other person. Who is
Mavar?
Mavar? I'm going to go over to Mavar and give her 5 gold pieces.
Thank you, brother, for your charitable donation. And you see that she places it off to the side.
Thank you. In the service of Sigil, I will be on my way now. And I go outside.
Okay, so we are then going to go. Who still needs stuff?
I do. I need to do the armor shop and provisions.
Me too.
Gretchen, you get yourself some chocolate-covered orange.
What?
Yeah.
Delicious.
Okay, so where do you want to go first, Cervix?
Probably to an armor shop.
Okay. What type of armor shop are you looking for?
Well, I want to see if, I guess I'm going to want to go to a magic armor shop first.
Okay, so you would find that in the market. Ellywick is waiting outside of the temple for you.
Hi, Cervix.
Hello.
So, yeah.
I got my curse removed, but I still have that pesky cloak, and I don't know what to do. We may have to still at some point stop by and get rid of it somewhere. Back at the Bollywogs at some point.
Oh,
But-
well, that's great that you got your curse removed.
Yeah,
Hopefully-
although I
hopefully it
don't know
won't
if I'm
get
any
shorter.
taller.
No, you still
Um,
look pretty short.
Yeah, but at least I won't be shrinking anymore, hopefully. If they remove the curse well enough. So were you able to get what you needed with your god?
Yes, actually. I believe I got everything I needed to and more from Sigil.
Wonderful. So where to next? I was thinking I might need to replace my dagger that I lost at the spider. So what were you wanting to do?
I wanted to visit an armor shop myself. So
Wonderful.
let's head that way.
Frolic, frolic, frolic.
Okay, so the magic going people are everyone who's going to where there'd be magic. Are you going to a magic center or just to the market area?
Probably to the market.
Perfect. So that would mean Ellywick, Zarevix, Lark, and William. You all meet up. And Moroz, I believe you're also heading there.
To the magic district? I was going to the military district.
Gotcha. That's why I wrote it down wrong. Alright. So let's go to Moroz in the military district.
Sure. So, while I do want to get to the armor, the first thing I need to head to a repair shop.
Okay. So
What
you
do
find
you
yourself
repaired?
at what looks like an open work area where there's plenty of whetstones and such.
Alright, so I'd like to go over to one of the people at the shop and say, produce my long sword and show them the chip and say, along my adventures recently, I've chipped my sword. I was wondering if perhaps you could fix it and possibly even reinforce it.
he nods. He doesn't really say much and takes your sword from you. You watch him get to work on it. It's an open work area.
Oh,
so,
I'm watching.
Huh?
I'm watching and learning.
Yeah. So you would notice how he handles the blade against the whetstone. While he's not saying anything, he pays attention to the fact that you're looking, and he makes some very pointed, like, slowly moving it one way or the other, versus how fast he was doing it before. So you're able to take in how to make this simple repair.
Sure, and I slowly nod my head at the sword and then to him. Thanks. All of it in silence, because we know. We knows who he is.
Yeah.
Longsword
So-
is no longer chipped. Woo!
Yeah. Also, the graffiti is real.
You have to pay. Do you have to pay him?
Yep. So it's 1 gold piece.
Nope.
Removing a curse is expensive.
Well, also when you give away free money, that's expensive.
Well,
This is
Money
just a
doesn't
mundane
flow.
thing. It's not like I signed. All right. So I give him like a curt nod. And what else is in this? Or is
So
it
this
just
is an
is it
open
just
work
sort of like a
area.
repair shop?
This is just a repair area. You can see other adventurers and military people that are getting their items repaired.
Okay, actually, I do want to talk to him. I want to say, I appreciate the skill. I was wondering if I were to look for which shop would I, or which establishment should I visit to see someone of similar skill in the ways?
So he doesn't actually say anything to you, but he kind of just points behind you and says, at that point, behind you.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, all right.
that-
I'm gonna
there's,
head out that
area-
way, across the street, I guess.
So what you see are many different leathersmiths whose name is not leathersmiths. Where's that? That one's important.
Smith and Leather.
Leather people. Well, no, that sounds leather worker people. And they are putting together different armors, everything from leather to chainmail. You see them repairing different kinks and such. You see one man in the back hammering out dents on plate mail, and a line of individuals leading up to each one.
Okay, I'm just going to casually walk around and pause with my arms behind my back to show that at all, and just take everything in. I'm specific how pieces are joined together and how things fit upon other pieces. You know, the ways that certain bits of either leather or metal might be carved away so they fit better with the other pieces top or around them.
Yep, you're able to take that in as you see these different individuals working on these different sets of armor.
Okay. So I guess I want to. So this is fascinating to me. I want to stay there as long as I can, but I do know that at some point I need to reserve enough time to get up like a general supply store before heading back to the bar for the end.
Alright, so I'm going to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you're going to spend as much time as you can here, but as the sun starts to go down, you start heading towards general supply store, knowing it is not too far from the tavern.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So while you're watching that, then we will go to everybody who's in the market, which is literally everybody else. Okay. In the market, you see a series of different colored tents, a few carts that look like they've been moored to the ground, You find some permanent-looking buildings, and then you also see in the center of this area a large circus tent. Whoever speaks first gets to do.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna look for like a magical equipment shop.
You see a few different carts that are selling the different magical items. So yeah, so none of these look to be traders selling the items, not the manufacturers of these items.
Okay. Is there any that look like they have armor as well, or is it just weapons?
Most of these are weapons. You do see a few cloaks and such.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go to one that has weapons and a cloak.
Okay. So you approach, and a dwarvish fellow is selling the item. Goes, "How can I help you?"
Well, I'm looking at possibly getting rid of one weapon and looking at. It looks like you have some nice cloaks there. I was wondering if you could take a look at this sword here and tell me what you would offer as a price for it.
Which sword are you trying to sell?
I'm gonna try and sell that scimitar.
The one that you picked up from Cinemat?
Yeah.
Right. So the dwarf picks it up and eyes it over and says, "Well, this appears to be well used." And he doesn't really look very impressed with it.
All right. Well, what would you what do you have to offer for your cloaks?
What do you have to offer for cloaks?
Yeah.
So you see a few different cloaks behind him. He gestures to one and says, "Invisibility." It gestures to a second and says, "Limited charms." Gestures to a third and says, "Makes you look tall."
That cloak of invisibility. How much would that cost?
700 gold pieces.
Maybe I'll come back for that later. All right. Thank you for your time.
The dwarf looks a little bit confused, like he was expecting you to bargain, but lets you go and says, "Good day, then."
I do take my sword back from him, by the way.
Okay, I figured.
All right. I guess I'm going to go to. I guess I'm just gonna head over to. Just a market to get some food and supplies.
Sure. Okay, so you find yourself then kind of just. So yeah, you can just kind of get some food and such. Are you getting rations? Is that what you're saying, or you're saying
Yeah, actual rations, as well as. Does anyone have healing potions?
You do see a potion seller.
Okay, I'd like to go over to them.
So you head towards this lady. She has many different tinctures and many different vials and volumes and such. What you see before you are all these different red potions, and you would know these to be healing. She has these in vials, like test tube vials, small flask vials, and large flask vials. She also has a multitude of other colored items.
Okay. I see you have healing potions here. I was wondering how much they cost for their varieties here.
So she says to you, standard healing potion, 50 gold pieces. No negotiation. Are you taking it?
Yeah.
How
You're not
many
even gonna
do you
try to
want?
negotiate?
She said no negotiations. All right. I'm gonna pay the 50 gold, I guess.
So, and you're only getting one then?
Yeah, I can only afford one.
Cool. So you take the one potion. Are you gonna look at anything else?
No. I think that's all I'm gonna look at. Oh, well, I'm gonna go and buy just some rations from someone.
What was that?
I'm going to go buy some rations from someone.
Okay. You see a variety of different marketing areas. There's some exotic looking ones, some everyday ones, things you recognize and things you don't. And everyone's hawking their wares as the best adventure rations ever.
Is there any that I would recognize as what I've had before or anything? Or is it just...
Sure. You see some that look to be the Star and Shield Tavern, hawking their wares there as well. And you would know that these are quality rations. You've had them before and they've kept up.
Alright, and that's what I'll buy. I'm gonna buy 10 of them.
Okay.
How much would that be?
It's 5 silver pieces each.
So 50 silver.
Yep.
I guess that's it for... Actually... yeah, I guess that's it for now.
Okay. So cervix are covered. William, what are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay. Lark, what are you doing?
I want to look at the pop-up shops, see if they're selling anything interesting.
So you see many different things around you. Cloaks, you see armor, you see strange orbs you've never seen before. You see rugs similar to the make and model of your own. What are you gonna head towards?
I want to see the weapons, armor, and orbs.
Where? So you head towards a what looks to be a permanent shop, and as you enter, there's a gnome who goes, "Welcome, welcome, welcome to Lizzie's biggest balls."
Thank you. What do you sell here?
Well, as the name says, we sell balls, the biggest in the country.
And what do these balls do?
What do you want them to do?
Can they make me stronger?
She looks at you and goes, "We have a term for that here." Hold on, I gotta say this one first. We call it going balls deep.
Oh, lovely. How much do these do your balls cost?
Well, how big of a ball do you want?
Well, it depends what it does. If it's just for show, or is it? What do they do?
Questions people have been asking for years. So Lizzie takes you to a display of edible chocolate balls, and other things. And these orbs are on display there. You see different ones covered in different materials. These all appear to be edible. You see another set of shells with different sized orbs. These appear to be metallic and used as weapons. Some of them attached with a string between them. Some of them, they're free floating. So, yeah.
I want to see the weapon ones.
Okay, so you look over at these again. Some of them have a link between them. Some of them don't. And Lizzie goes, "Oh, you're looking for attack ones? These are my favorite." And she picks up one set that are not attached, and it's very obvious that this is a magical weapon. One orb sits in one hand, and the other one just kind of rotates around her body, or orbits her body.
And how do you use them?
Well, you can use it as a shield, or you can throw them at people. And she throws it at the wall. It makes a large dent.
Well, how much do they cost?
100 gold pieces prepared, non-negotiable.
Well, I don't have 100 gold.
You have 99 gold.
No, I don't.
98.
I have a lot less than that.
How much do you have?
I only have 80.
She kind of wrinkles your nose and goes, "I smell more money."
Well, I don't even know if these are that useful. Do they come back after you throw them?
Of course. And she pulls back her hand that still has the one orb, and it comes back to orbiting around her.
Could I try them out?
No trying until the money's been paid. I'll hold the money, you hold the balls.
Well, if I can't use them, if I'm not good at throwing them, it seems like a lot of waste of money.
You have a 30-minute refund chance.
Chance?
What she means is that if you pay the money for it and don't like them, when you're standing in the shop, she will refund you the money.
Okay, well, I still only have 80 gold.
You can try to negotiate with her. You can try persuading her.
It's just really expensive. Do I know that these would be very useful for me, or is it just kind of like a gimmick?
You would see the utility in it, right? That you would have the ability to have a large metal object rotating around you that would act as a shield, and the ability also to throw and recall that object. So there is utility in it. The trade-off would have to be determined by you.
How much damage would they do?
They would do 3d4 with a hit.
Jeez.
However, it is a slow recall time. So it would be an action after you throw it to recall it.
Oh. Is it throwable as a bonus action, or is it an action also to throw it?
It would be an action to throw.
So pretty much just once per fight, unless I want to use up another action to bring it back.
It's not once per fight. It would just be every other turn you could throw it. And that's not saying that it's acting as a shield. So something could run into you and it would still take that 3d4 hit.
So would that act kind of like like an orbiting shield for her? Like if someone got into melee range and attacked her?
Yeah, it would.
And would it keep hitting them at that point, or would it just fall to the ground after it hits them?
It would depend on the mass of the person. So anything up to human, it would hit. And keep hitting.
Okay, what if I gave you 75 gold for this? I mean, you probably don't get many people in here to buy these, And would you like to make some money today?
Lizzie looks confused at you and goes, but people always come in for my balls.
Well, I don't see one in right now except for me.
Well, that is because you're the last person to walk in.
Well, I have.
Make me a persuasion roll as you're trying to persuade Lizzie.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you rather have gold in your hand right now than just some balls?
How about we do 50 gold pieces and call it even?
50 gold?
50 gold.
Sure. I can do
Alright.
50 gold.
So detract 50 gold and add 10 pounds to your carry weight.
Woo.
These items, this set of orbs is much lighter than they first appear. However, you've seen the impact that they do when thrown. Are you going to... They'll never let us back in. Are you going to try and mess with them now? Or are you not going to mess with them now?
I'm gonna try and throw one just to make sure I can throw it and call it back.
Okay.
But
Where are you throwing it at?
The same spot she threw it at.
Okay. Make a attack roll for me, and I'll let you know how that works. So you find it a little bit hard to control these orbs. It does damage against the wall. Yeah, roll me 3d4.
Wall.
Wait a minute.
Of course.
Oh, never mind. Your roll 20 was confusing. So you throw this over there. It seems to slip in your hand a little bit, but you get the same impact that Lizzie did when thrown.
Okay, so I know that I should be able to use it.
Yep.
Okay, then that sounds good. These balls seem to work pretty well, and I seem to be able to handle these balls, and I think I will take them with me and put them in my pocket.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear. Would you like to help yourself to any of our nutty balls that we have over here? As she gestures back to the case.
No, I think I'm about out of money here for now, so thank you very much.
All right. Feel free to come back.
Okay, so I think I'm probably done shopping then.
Okay. Did you try to call back the item?
Oh, yeah, let me try that. I guess I forgot about that.
So you find that this item does not return to you very fast. In fact, it seems to take longer than you thought it would. And you also notice that this ball is not returning to your hand, but to the other orb in your hand. Does that make sense? Like it's returning orb to orb, not orb to hand.
Okay. And so will it still take just one turn?
It will. It's just you started walking away.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot that I need to call that back. If I leave, will it roll after me, or do I how does that work? Will it just always try and follow the other ball, or will it stay there until I try and call it?
The only way to know is to try.
Okay, well for now I'll just put them both in my pocket.
Okay. Okay. So Lark, you are taken care of.
I need stuff.
Okay, Ellywick.
So I'm gonna see if there's a shop that does small daggers and that kind of stuff. And then I need to find a ration.
What were you saying you were
Yeah.
looking for?
I need a small dagger to reach the dagger that I threw at the spider.
Oh, gotcha. So you see the same shops that they see. You see a cart that is close to the circus, advertising its daggers.
Yeah, I'll run up there because I want to check out the circus anyway.
So you go up to this. It's a human selling daggers. What do you say?
Hi, I'm looking for a general dagger. I lost mine adventuring and need a good strong one that flies true.
And the human says, "So you're looking for a throwing knife?"
Well, I don't want just a throwing knife. I want it to at least be a good dagger too.
And the human kind of leans forward and says, "And what are you looking for in a good dagger?"
One that's sharp and doesn't blemish easily. And doesn't bend or break easily.
So you're looking at something of quality. And I tell you, I have quality. The best quality.
Oh, really?
Yes. And if you are looking for quality daggers, the human pulls out 4 quality daggers, and each different colors, and says, "I have 4 here for your perusal."
Does he like hand them out to me, or like can I like take them from him, or am I only able to like look at them?
Well, it's kind of like they took them out of the case and then put them on top of the display case.
Can I tell if he would be mad if I reach for it? Like, what's his facial expressions as he's doing this? Because I'm trying to tell if he would be mad if I like reached out or if I should ask first.
How much human large city interaction do you have?
Probably not a lot.
Okay.
I mean, I have more like gnome large city interaction, so not a lot with humans other than those that have passed through our area.
So you would not necessarily know what you are and are not allowed to do. In gnomish culture, you would be allowed to grab the daggers and look at them.
Right. Then I'm going to start reaching out towards the first one.
The moment you start to reach out, the human goes, "What are you doing?"
I was looking at it.
Look, don't touch.
Well, how do you expect me to tell the quality?
I expect you to tell quality from a distance. Do you know how hard it is to catch people when they steal shit?
You would think I would do such a thing?
Look around you, little gnome. There are many people here that would do the same.
Well, how can I inspect it?
I will hold the blades for you, and then you will look. And so the human kind of holds them by the hilt, as like the hand is palm flat, and the dagger is sitting on top of it.
Okay. I guess I'll lean in and look, and can I tell how good it is, like what kind of metal it's made of, if it's a plated metal, like
These appear to be your standard dagger, just different colors.
okay.
Whereas some sort of addition to make the colors. You can inquire further about the colors mean anything.
Okay. What are the colors for?
The colors are to be your favorite colors. Are you a fire person? Are you a water person? Are you a sunshine person? Are you the deepest and darkest of souls? Are you a shadow person? And it's a deep, deep, dark colored dagger.
None of those really. But do they not provide anything to the dagger?
And he kind of says, no, they're exactly that. They're just colors. Shadow, sunshine, fire, water. That's all there is.
Well, nothing forest?
What did you say?
Forest.
Forest?
Yeah, like green.
Oh, forest.
Yeah.
So he pulls out. You're asking, is there a forest colored one?
Yeah. Because obviously these ones, if that's the only thing he's got going for me, I'm just trying to see if there's something that's more my color, but just since that's all he showed.
So you ask for a forest one, and he pulls out a dagger that looks to be of much higher quality and says, if you're looking for the forest, I have the best dagger for the forest. If you set it down, and he sets it down, vines appear on the sides of it. And vines do appear off to the side of it.
What do those do?
He shrugs his shoulders and goes, sometimes it's all about just making magic happen. It's all about the theater.
Oh.
You are standing in front of the circus. Just
Right,
enough.
yeah. Can I tell if they actually are quality daggers themselves, or?
Sure, roll me perception. You can tell that these are quality daggers, and the forest dagger is of a much higher quality.
Okay. Can I see if there's any tricks with that, or do I need to roll again? Like, obviously I'm outside of a circus, so they can be kind of tricksy.
Yep, they will be very tricksy with this. Or they can be very tricksy with it. You're not going to be able to touch the daggers.
Right. Well, I think I'll go inside the circus and see what else is going on, and I'll come back out and look at your wares later. Because I'm not really trusting someone who's just doing magic for magic's sake.
Suit yourself. But who knows? The forest one might be gone when you return. And he puts it back into the cabinet. So, yeah.
I'm gonna run, since I'm right next to it, I'm gonna run into the circus area and look around and see what I see.
Okay. Is anybody else going into the circus tent?
Yeah, I'd like to go.
Correct. Anybody else?
No, I'm gonna hang out.
You enter into this large circus tent to find that it is much more spacious than it appears on the outside. There is a ring in the center, and there's a seating on the outside of it. And then there's a few separate rooms off to the side, and you can see psychic and and medium, that type of thing, off to the side areas.
Are they doing a show?
It looks like they're starting to get ready for one.
Well, this could be fun. We watch whatever they're performing.
Yeah, But I think I kind of want to see what's off in these side areas, see if anybody knows how to get rid of my cloak.
Yeah, I guess that'd be interesting. You haven't tried putting it on yet, have you?
No.
Just checking.
Defensive Ellywick.
What?
The defensive Ellywick.
I'm scared of things.
It's okay.
Okay, Barzu. So I'm gonna wander off and look at the side shows are.
Okay. So again, you see a few that say medium and psychic. One
That it?
says strongman. One says lizard girl. Things like that. Your very stereotypical things. Which one are you gonna go into?
I think I'll go to the medium.
Medium?
Yep.
Okay, so you enter the medium, and she holds out her hand and says, 1 gold for a reading, 1 gold for a reading.
I'm not necessarily here for a straight reading. I'm more looking for some knowledge about an item I have.
And the medium listening goes, 1 gold to talk about items, 1 gold to talk about items.
Okay. So I'll pass her 1 gold.
Cool. Are you deducting this all from your inventory?
I am.
Okay, good. So yeah, she takes some gold from you and says, alright, bring out the item, bring out the item.
I kind of open my pack and like shake it enough so that it like falls onto the surface of the table without touching it.
So the medium's eyes roll back, and you hear a very familiar voice say, "You can't leave the team. I won't allow it. It was a contract, and it was made in full and right." And this is not the medium's voice. This is the voice of Whitestreet.
Right. Well, what must I do with it?
I told you what you have to do with it.
And what will happen if I do that? Will I return to my size?
You hear silence, and the medium's eyes go back to the front. Go, I'm sorry. I can't believe that keeps happening. What about your item?
What keeps happening?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. What's up with your item here?
But you channeled and I remember Whitestreak's name, right? Like
Yep,
they
you know
told
the
us
name.
that.
Yep.
Okay. I heard Whitestreak come from you. Do you channel him often?
The medium looks at you and just kind of like laughs and goes, "Huh, I'm not channeling gods."
Then what did you just channel?
I must have fallen asleep for a second. It's been a long night. This is of no consequence. You wish me to look at your robe?
Yes. What do you see?
And she kind of looks at the robe. She doesn't touch it, and she goes, "It's a robe."
You see nothing else about it?
No, it's. Is there something about it? Is this a trick? Are you trying to trick me? I want to
I'm
be
not-
tricked in my own house.
I'm not trying to trick you, but you channeled Whitestreak, and he's the one who gave me this robe, and I wasn't sure if you could tell what could be involved with it.
The lady shakes her head. She's a little bit shaken up as well. She goes, I need to sleep. I can do no more shows tonight. And she goes out through a door in the back that seems to lead to further into the circus tent.
Okay. Well, then I will kind of. Was the table covered in a cloth? I didn't check.
Like a shiny silvery cloth.
That's kind of what I thought it would be. I'm kind of use that to like shove the cloak back into my backpack and buckle it back up.
Sure, you can do that.
And I'm gonna go ahead and head out, I guess.
Okay. Okay, Lark, what are you doing?
I want to watch like the show if they're doing like acrobatics show or anything like that.
Okay. So you guys, as you're standing there, a gentleman comes up to you and says, 10 silver pieces to watch the show. 10 silver pieces. Watch the show, see the acrobats, see the exotic distractions from around the world. Watch the show, 10 silver pieces.
Is that 1 gold?
No, it's 10 silver pieces.
Well, if it's 10, 10, 10, then gold.
I know.
Okay. I would like to
Got
watch
more
a show.
say.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and head out and get my rations.
Okay.
I'm kind of scared straight again.
Alrighty. Yeah.
Okay,
So
I paid
who-
for the show.
Okay. So, Lark, you watched the show. Ellywick, you're able to get your rations. What type of rations are you looking for?
Just general rations. I only so probably similar to the ones that Zeravix picked up, I guess.
Good. So you're able to find that shop and pay for them the same amount as there. But 5 silver pieces.
How many? 5 silver pieces, and how many rations did I get?
How many do you want?
Probably get up to like 15 just because. So, well, how many rations was the 5?
It's 1 day.
Oh, 1 day's ration for 5 silver pieces?
Yep.
Okay. Then I will get I'll go ahead and get just yeah, I'll go ahead and get 8. So that's 4 gold. Right?
Yep.
And can I look around for a shop that has daggers that looks a little less flamboyant?
It's starting to get dark at this point, so if you're gonna look for a shop, it has to be one that's nearby. Again, it would be by the circus tent.
Oh. Okay, then I'll just forego it. Because I don't trust that guy at all.
Alrighty. Moroz, you are going back to the dwarf. He was going back to the dwarf. Oh,
I want,
Zeravix.
yeah.
Going back to the dwarf.
Wait, where's the dwarf?
There's a magic stall that Zeravix was at. So assuming while Lark and Ellywick are in the circus, Zeravix, you're going back to that dwarf.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. So I want to when I go back up to him, gonna ask him, all right, so for that cloak of invisibility,
Yeah.
would you be willing to make a trade? And I'm gonna offer. Well, first off, actually, I'm gonna ask him, how much will you give me for the scimitar?
For the what?
The scimitar that I had before.
He looks at it and goes, I will give you 5 gold pieces for it.
5. A magical weapon.
And it is barely magical at that.
Never mind then.
You can try to persuade him and such too.
I don't know. 700 is kind of high for what I'm trying to do here.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So that is pretty much that. So everyone then finishes up their things, and you all return to the tavern.
I was going before I hit the tavern.
Oh yeah. What general supplies are you looking for?
I'm looking for. So I'm going to the general supply place. I'm going to be looking for day rations. I want to get. Let's do 7 one-day rations.
Okay. So it's 5 silver pieces a piece.
Oh, hang on a
So
sec.
5 silver pieces a day.
7-day rations. I also am. Do you have any that I could use to work on armor or weapons?
Sure. Well, they do have a whetstone for sale. So there is that.
Well, so what I'm looking to do is put together a kit. Like I've got the chisel so far. I'm looking to put together like a kit of like tools that I could use to fashion, say rings to bind different pieces together or things like that. So that type of toolkit with
You do find a toolkit available with intricate tools. I will tell you now that it is expensive. So it is a 50 gold piece item to have. It has all the material you would need for making leather, for beginning to make leather, chainmail, and repairs and such, as well as repairs for your basic weapons, non-magical type.
Okay, so I'm going to this thing. I say, yeah, put 7 rations on the counter, and then I'm looking over and I see the whetstone. I say the whetstone looks cool, and then I see the toolkit and I say, oh, how much is that?
And the merchant tells you that it's 50 gold pieces for
50 gold pieces. Well, I'll tell you what, and you can take it or leave it, but I'm going on a lifelong journey of being a weapon and armor smith. You could be the person who sold me. You could be the person who everyone for tools make what I will make throughout my lifetime. What would that mean to you?
Are you gonna roll persuasion on this?
Yeah. Actually, sure. Yep, persuade.
Kind of shrugs and says, well, 39 pieces. 39 gold pieces.
39 pieces. Tell you what, I will give you an even 42 for everything I've got on the counter. Whetstone, kit, and the rations.
44, and we'll call it a good day.
All right, I'll go for that. What's your name? I need to write it down so that people know who sold me.
Not Ted. Brixonia.
What's up?
Sonia.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, Conia?
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Sonia, that's a beautiful name. Is she pretty?
She's gorgeous.
Ah. I'll be sure to remember that name for more than one reason. I kind of wink at her as I pick up my stuff and go.
All right, and she's like, "Oh, that's so amazing. He's gonna tell people about my store." All right, cool. And you head off towards your stuff, or towards the tavern. So everyone's back at the. Who is drawing on my map now?
Probably your husband.
We didn't marry him. Not our fault.
What?
That we didn't marry him. It's not our fault.
The fact that it's multiple. Please stop.
Takes a lot of time to color in the entire thing.
Okay. So we're all back at the tavern now.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Yay! What are you guys gonna do?
Okay, I'm good.
I'm going to.
Well, shouldn't we regroup and make a plan for what we're gonna do?
Yeah, sure. Let's just say I don't want to overstep the GM, but I'm going to say that I step in last because y'all were kind of together, and I was till the last I walked in. Is that okay?
Actually, Lark would probably be the last one back because she watched the circus,
Okay, cool.
and she did that at dusk.
So I'll walk in there. So how did your day go? And I'm saying that in small talk until Lark gets back, so we're
We all together.
What?
William, come over to our table and recount of your day.
Okie dokie. I'll pretend there's a chair there.
Yep,
So, am I back now?
you're on a circle. You're on a perpetual.
Well, I got my curse removed, but then White Street did appeared to me at the circus through a medium who channeled him and didn't know she channeled him, and said that I still have to complete the contract. So I think I might not be getting shorter anymore, but I still have to go complete the contract. And the people of Helm were the ones who helped remove my curse, and they had asked for helping restore law and order at Green Nest, such as we are already planning to possibly do for your work. So
Helm,
in
you say,
exchange-
and I look over at Xerix.
David,
Well-
you would definitely have a reaction to this.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a very sour look and just kind of ignore them.
Helm seems like a pretty helpful god.
Well, I would take help from anyone who would have traded.
I'm assuming fighter.
What?
Yeah, so about the cultists in Green Nest. So I spoke with Famoor about the contract and everything. He seemed very put off on it. I don't really get into the politics of big cities, but I'm guessing that that's something that's frowned upon by both the Grey Hands and by Neverwinter. And he mentioned that if we did see payment for it, that I could no longer learn the ways of the Grey Hands. That's something really. So, if we're to do something with, and if you wanted some type of payment, I would have to separate myself, guys. It's something that I want to do. I want to purge green. I've seen what I know that I'm committed to that, but I cannot take any part in getting type of any of those actions done, and I will not broker types of compensation, guys, from the Grey.
And what do the Grey Hands do for you?
Grey Hands are some of the best weaponsmiths, or I'm sorry, armorsmiths in the land, and I've told you when you first met me, that's a passion of mine. See from my beautiful armor, and I kind of know it's. So that's not something I'm going to bend on. I'm just not going to be a part of any type of payment required for our interactions with. Plus the fact they're freaking cultists. They're trying to bring doom and destruction and chaos on the land. And while I don't mind chaos, I don't like their brand of chaos. That's not anything I'm part of.
Well, are they gonna make armor only for you, or would they make it for the rest of us?
They don't make armor for anybody. They teach. Teaching is the key to life. Learning is the key to life. That's what I yearn.
I like buying.
Well, maybe if you help, then Moroz could help use his learnings to help make you some armor that you could either sell or use or whatever in exchange for our help.
I mean, it's possible. I'll need to practice at some point.
I have to go anyway, so I'm with you.
Why do you have to go?
I just told you.
Oh,
That was how I got my curse removed.
Oh, so did they tell you the terms of, or did they tell you what types of achievements you have to accomplish there?
No, they just asked to help restore law and order to the area. And do so under Helm's name.
Well, as long as it involves killing cultists, I'm good with it. I like to kill things. Smash things. Hurt things.
Well, if you can either learn at one point how to make studded leather armor or pay us off, I'm all for it.
Well, I'm not going to pay you. I'm just saying I'm going to go to Green's Nest regardless to deal with that situation. It's a twofer for me because I want to get in good with the Grey Hands, and I really hate the cultists and followers of evil goddesses. Actually, the followers of any blind gods who malign the area with their.
What's the rest of the party want to do?
Well, we still have some leftover unfinished business in Phandalin.
What do you mean?
Well, we kind of left off to handle that whole Sister Agatha thing and then never went back.
Oh, we also saw 3 crazy birds today. Were you here for that?
No. Did Barzu bring some friends along?
Something like that.
No. They aren't his friends.
So where'd you see bird? Did you like walk outside and see some birds or something? I mean, there are birds everywhere.
No, they approached us here at the bar. And seemed that they could only speak in words that they'd already heard. And therefore they said, they basically said there were spiders at Phandalin and there was help needed. And one of the voices it said was in Sister Gorelli's voice.
Can I roll to see if that makes any sense to me? History?
Well, what part are you trying to make sure makes sense to you?
When she's talking about birds that can only speak in words that they've already heard, that's what I want to try to see if I know anything about.
Yeah, you can do a history check for it.
Nope.
You have no idea. This sounds crazy to you.
So
what the hell?
You talked to bread that could speak in other languages?
It's amazing. I didn't know bread could speak.
What's a bread?
It's been a while since there's been a bread joke.
Yep. Gotta bring it back.
Nom nom nom.
That sounds crazy. So they want you to go to so just some birds told you to go to Phandalin?
There's a lot
Well,
more
they
to
indicated
it.
they needed help there.
Oh, okay. So, Ellywick, it sounds like you've kind of got a calling to go to Green Nest. I definitely want to go to Green. I mean, or we can listen to birds that kind of think there's some help needed in Phandalin. I think the choice is kind of obvious.
Well, what's the travel setup? Like, would we pass one before the other?
I have no idea. Yeah, good question. Does anyone know where Green Nest is?
Green Nest is not in the direction of Phandalin.
Green Nest is south, correct?
Well,
Phandalin is
so
south.
Green Nest is south, and Phandalin is
Southeast.
Yeah.
We have to go along the high road regardless. to
yeah.
get to
So
it.
you will take the high road south, past the Mirror and Denman.
Well, what we could do is go and drop in Phandalin, restock on food supplies if we need to, see what's actually going on there, if it was a false alarm, spend the night and then continue on down to Green Nest if needed.
Well, it's definitely needed, and I agree with that plan. I think it's a good idea because it's a decent waypoint on the way to Green Nest. Regardless, I guess I'll at least check in with you guys on Phandalin, and as long as it's not some crazy nonsense, I'll help resolve it. But I definitely need to get to Green Nest.
Aye.
I'm also not too keen on helping Green Nest in Helm's name.
It wouldn't be in Helm's name for you. It would only be for me.
I'm just there to kill cultists. I don't give a shit about who I represent. Well, I guess unless the green or gray hands. Jesus, I'm turning into an Ellywick.
They do pottery.
Okay, Patrick Swayze, take it easy.
All right,
Sounds like
you
everybody's
guys-
had an eventful day.
Yeah, well, tried to see about buying a cloak of invisibility. Unfortunately, it's a little out of the price budget.
All right, so you guys are going to bed
Yep.
unless you're doing something else.
As people go up, I want to sort of tap the shoulder of William.
Yep.
And ask if he wants another drink at the bar.
Oh, yes.
William, let's go grab a drink at the bar.
Okie dokie.
So, the first place I went to, as I told you guys, was the Lord's Alliance. And they were stringing the gallows up. Sure enough, they were going to kill the cultists that we brought in. And given how calm you were with everything, I kind of have to think that you knew that's what was going to happen with that. I'm not angry at that. I just kind of have to think that you knew about that.
Yep.
So, I guess that just kind of made me question where your alliances lie. Are you just strictly a lawful person and you don't care about what the consequences are?
To put it Strictly, I am trying to do the best where possible. When there's gray area, I'll let the law handle it.
So you seem to be somewhat neutral, but you adhere to the law.
There have been a number of times where I've been told to go out and find someone where they were supposedly had done something terrible. I found them and I was able to be convinced entirely that they didn't do it. I just set them free.
Really?
So, yeah, goes either way. This case, though, there was too much doubt, too much that I wasn't sure of. So they needed to be brought back. Let someone with more experience take care of them, judge them.
I don't disagree with you. I just not being versed in the ways of the land or the city, and with how easily you handled things, and having found out that I know what the conclusion was, and the fact that you pretty much knew what the conclusion was and how easily you handled things, I kind of wanted to know where you lie, or where your allegiance is laid, because I don't consider you to be a very evil person, but at the same time, you knew death was imminent.
I said that going into the courtroom as well. The people I defend tend to end up dying.
Right. Okay. I appreciate it. I just wanted to talk to you separately, just to figure out where you were. I really didn't think you were a malicious person. I just had to figure out for myself. Well, I've got to go do my practices, and quite frankly, I want to get tinkering on these leather scraps I have with this new kit I have. So, tell you what, I'll get you another drink, and I'm going to go head off to bed.
All right.
Whoop.
I'm gonna, before I start doing my normal like meditation and everything, I'm going to dump out my pack and like reorganize it using a spare cloth to roll the cloak up in, and put that at the bottom of my pack, and then put everything else on top. And then go ahead and do my meditation and everything.
I have no idea what's happening. I didn't. Hello?
What?
Hello.
My computer was doing weird stuff.
What'd you miss?
I don't know.
What's the last thing you heard?
I don't know. This is the last thing I heard.
I'm assuming, did you hear my conversation with William?
Yes, I heard all that.
So you heard all this stuff before as well, then?
Yes.
Okay, so then you're missing Ellywick.
Okay, Ellywick, go.
I just said that I basically repacked my pack without touching the cloak, so that it was wrapped up in a spare cloth and packed at the bottom of my pack, and then everything else on top, so that I didn't have anything there.
Yep, I heard that, so.
Heard everything.
Perfect. So yeah, and everybody.
Doesn't like my Z's.
Everybody's going to sleep. Now, it gets frustrating when I go back to maps and they're covered in writing.
Yeah, the
I-
Lord's
I
Alliance
I
is
just
kind of
think
screwed.
this looks like a sock, and I'm kind of disturbed what William's been doing.
I did get him pretty drunk before he went to bed. It's a limp sock, though.
Okay. Sleep is had. You all sleep really peacefully. And you wake up in the morning to, whoops, that's on the wrong one. To some familiar faces.
Other.
Yeah, how do you know?
Who?
You guys are all familiar faces to each other.
It
Oh.
would be surprising if we didn't.
Wake up to some familiar faces.
That's what I was
Sorry.
thinking.
The fact
Birdies.
they have margarita or martinis is just perfect. It's not. It's not right, but it's right on so many different levels.
They remind me of if you guys watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yep.
What is that?
The Silent Men.
Yeah, but
Those-
what's the name of the episode? Hush.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really remind me of those guys.
Except they're not nearly as like gaunt and scary.
No, they're not they're creepy. Yeah, they're not as gone. Don't smile at you.
Yeah. Beck really likes those people. He likes to make that face at me.
I haven't done it for a while.
Oh,
Might
he's
wake
gonna
you
do
up tonight and do it.
Oh Lord. Gonna knock on the door really late / really early in the morning. Be like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" Moroz is making faces at me.
So I accidentally stabbed him.
I'm like, and now
Accidentally, Jesus.
now it's officially premeditated because she said it on.
And I'm recording.
Yep.
She accidentally meant to stab you 14 times in the chest.
All
I
right.
feel like I would be a really bad shot and I'd hit every single one of his ribs and not actually pierce anything.
I think if you're shooting with a knife, you're doing. But that's just me.
You know what? It's okay. It's fine.
Well, what else are you gonna do with your grandfather's blunderbuss?
So I would like to propose that this episode never get re-hosted anywhere because of all the bullshit said tonight. But anyways, you guys wake up and it's morning and you see the 3 Kenku that you saw before, and they're in the center of the room.
Whoa! Who are you guys?
And you hear in what amounts to Agnesia's voice, or sorry, Mavar's voice, run! And then you hear in Sildar's voice, away! And then you hear in another voice, green nest, green nest, green nest. And do you say anything to them?
So you want us to go to not go to Green Nest or to go to get Green Nest?
Well, that's up to interpretation. Then you hear in Sister Girlie's voice, Phandalin, has. And then in a different voice, in a child's voice, say, fallen, fallen, fallen.
So I go up to them and I just say Green Nest or Phandalin.
And you hear in an old man's voice, choices. And it's repeated 3 times. Choices, choices.
Doesn't help.
I think we should go to Phandalin first, just to see if it's destroyed from what these things are saying.
I think we should stick to the original plan. Go to Phandalin, figure out what's going on, resupply, head to Green.
I agree.
But if Green Nest is fallen, or if Phandalin's fallen,
Okay, so
Well, then we should approach Phandalin cautiously.
Lark, you are not currently involved in the conversation, right?
Right.
So one of the Kenku goes over to you, and in a voice you recognize as a small child, says, "Message from, message from," and then it says again, Phandalin, and in a smorgasbord of different voices says, "We've fallen to the red brands. There is nothing left of Phandalin."
Did everybody hear that?
No, this would be one of the smaller Kenku who's gone over to you and it said that. And it's in a series of different voices that come together to make that.
It sounds like the Red Brands took over Phandalin.
What are these things?
I don't know.
Well, that kind of makes up our decision for us. We go straight to Green Nest as soon as possible, right?
How far away was Green Nest from Phandalin?
I don't think that's appropriate.
Not. His sock is spent.
So they actually come over here and say, caw, caw, bitches.
We didn't actually come over there and say, "Call, bitches."
The erotic Phandalin? Gretchen gets it.
Oh, Lord.
Oh gosh.
Did you ever listen to that one?
No.
Ugh.
I think I listened to part of it, but I think I tried to listen to it at work and got interrupted.
That's the wrong place to listen to something called the erotic Pangolin. Anyway.
Are you guys gonna ask them any questions or anything like that? Other than Green Nest or Phandalin?
Is there anyone left alive other than the Red Brands and Phandalin?
The one that was closest to you, that I moved back, responds again in a child's voice, "Yes," but the voice sounds scared. You can't tell if it's just the tone that the word was said in, or if what the heck is that? If that is how the creature can goes.
Can we save them?
And again, yes.
Well, I think we should still follow the same plan and try and see what's going on in Phandalin, and if we can save anybody, get rid of these Red Brands that we've encountered before, now that we're a little bit stronger.
Well, regardless, we should approach the town cautiously. Shouldn't just ride in like it's a safe place, because obviously.
Right.
And we better plan not to be able to actually
Doc?
restock there.
Another day of shopping.
Oh my god.
What?
Is the circus still in town?
The circus is always in town. Or maybe it's not. You don't know.
They finally closed their doors after how many years? Barnum and Bailey?
No one wants to go now that elephants are gone.
Oh.
They're gone now though.
How much would it cost to rent a horse?
Well, I thought you were gonna say elephant.
Elephant can fit all of us.
How does one rent a horse?
With
I was
money.
saying that I rent a horse.
I mean, do you have to return the horse to the same place, or do they have outposts like Avis that you can leave the car and all that?
It's like you all just drop her off at any facility.
It says our name on it. It's fine. Well, I can tell you how much it costs to buy a horse.
Buy a horse. Get the trotting for free.
You can also get coach cab service if you're going someplace.
How much is that?
Okay. It's 3 copper pieces per mile, or you can buy a riding horse, for 75 gold pieces.
riding
We're
horses
way
is
too
not a
poor for
war
that.
horse, is it?
Yeah.
Wars. It was a very different thing.
How many miles is it?
It is.
Give me while I die.
75 miles.
75 miles? Seriously?
75 times 3?
It was
Is
like
that-
6 miles from the forest to whatever.
It is 50 miles on the high road, 15 miles on Tribord Trail, and then a 10 miles on the Galen Road.
Is that 3 copper pieces per person, or just to like get the coach and all of us ride in it?
It's 3 copper pieces. You can fill it with as many people as you want.
So it's 2 gold, 2 silver, 5 copper.
That's not bad.
Less than I've spent in alcohol since coming back to Neverwinter.
I say we take the coach, but not all the way there, but just because we probably want to sneak in.
Yep,
Yep.
that's a good idea. I'll BRB.
Me too. Take a pause break.
And I take it the carriage will move significantly faster than us.
So the wagon carriage can go. It can go at a speed of 50 feet. Sorry, 60 feet, not 50.
Per day.
60 feet per day, and then it's over. So, where you guys can usually only go like 24 miles a day, it can go like 50 miles.
Okay.
2 days.
Yep. 2 days and some change. You guys only want to go to 50 miles?
Probably.
Just the high road then?
I would say yes to that, but wait for Ellywick and Moroz, I guess, to find out if they want to do that too.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna use that.
Yep.
Caw, bitches.
Welcome back.
Yay.
So one thing we were talking about just before you went away, are we going to move in the carriage or the cart, wagon, whatever, for the full 50 miles, or how are you going to do that?
No, we're gonna stop before.
Right, but it's a day and a half travel with the cart.
So
Wait,
we'll just
is-
stop like a.
Is the cart and
mile
a caravan
from-
2 different things?
Well, we're basically renting a wagon, and then from there, we're gonna stop just beforehand, I guess, is what we're planning on doing, right?
Right, no, you said a cart and a caravan. I didn't know if those were 2 different modes of transportation.
No, it's the same.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, let's stop like couple miles out.
Yeah.
Well, what
But
was it? It was, you said it was 2 gold. What was the price?
it's 2 gold, 2 silver, and 5 copper, but that's for all of us.
Right. So let's just cut out the 5 copper, make it an even 2 gold and the silver and whatnot, and then just walk the rest of the way in.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Because I mean, we should probably kind of take note of what the surroundings are. If like trees are burned down, that type of thing. We don't want to get like right at the gate and then jump off of the cart.
Yep. So, do we head
Alright.
downstairs?
Karen went to the bathroom.
Oh. What? She can't go to the bathroom.
The whole world falls apart when she leaves.
Yep.
We have free reign.
We're the gods now, bitches.
Don't let her
We
hear
just
you.
can't change maps.
You saying she's peeing on us?
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is.
It just got a little weird.
It's been
Okay,
a little weird.
I've been trying to put a gate up while listening to you guys talk about this stuff. Yeah. It's awkward.
Are you able to like disable his drawing abilities?
Yes, if I go into like settings and stuff like that. Oh, I just got kicked from the game.
That was me.
You did not just kick me from the game.
No, I drew the cage.
Oh.
Yeah, if I go into settings and stuff like that, I can't. I don't know why I was just kicked from the game.
That was
You're
also
losing your
Lark. She's
god
a sneaky
status.
thief.
It's recognizing us now.
No,
Yep.
I think it's the whole like our internet's been having like wonky outage moments. You haven't noticed over the last few play plans. Yoshi, get out of the bathroom. Why should he in there? Hold on. So I say that we play for another half hour and then we call it good.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone else is okay with that. I'm sorry, I'm just getting really tired.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you getting a coach?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right in.
So the suggestion was to get a coach and go as far as we can with gold and silver, cut out the copper piece of this just a little bit before the town. If everyone agrees.
Total price was 2 gold, some silver, and then some copper.
2
We
gold,
only
2
go as far
silver,
as 2 gold
5
and silver
copper.
would take us, leaving us just short of the town.
Yep.
It probably would leave us, based on the price, like a mile or 2 short.
Right. And the idea was to take a look at the surrounding foliage, see if things are burned down, see if, we get some creepy aura, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So how are you going about getting this coach?
I think we need to get downstairs, eat breakfast, and talk to the barmaid.
Bird people
Barkeep.
Are you just leaving the bar people? The bird people?
They have martinis. This makes a big difference of how we handle them.
Do not have martinis.
William is not interested in drinking with them.
I wonder how a bird will eat drink.
poured in their mouth hole like everybody else.
They're not martinis. They're just tiny little bird baths.
He just flaps its wing a little bit in them.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys go downstairs to talk to the bartender then? That's a lot more than I want. William, are you going downstairs?
Talk to Gert.
Either that or I chill here with these birds. So what kind of bartender just let birds into their clients' rooms?
You didn't notice that is one shared area we go into.
I
Okay.
did not notice.
So yeah. You guys are now downstairs.
Good sir, where can we set about for some transportation to Phandalin?
I don't see anything. Oh wait, there I do.
If you didn't before, you definitely now should.
Yes.
Those birds ever.
Follow you.
And if they hadn't lost their flight, we'd ask them to fly us there.
I'm grabbing breakfast.
Okay.
Yep.
Ellywick, roll for me.
Doop doo 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 doo.
Ellywick's a fatty.
You are ravenous. Oh no, sorry, you're fine.
Wait. Yeah.
A moment, but you're fine.
Yep.
Their number was it?
All right, so I guess we're asking. I can't remember his name.
Grumph.
Grump.
Grumph. Donald Grumph.
If there is anywhere that he knows where we can rent a horse and wagon in order to quickly get down to Phandalin.
Yes, there is a. What is it called? Coach house? Stagecoach house? There's a place very close by that has wagons and coaches that you can pay to take you wherever you go. It's 3 copper pieces a mile. And he kind of like gestures where they're at. Just that way, not too far.
Sorry. Before we go, is there anybody around there that looks like they have a decent amount of like
Money? Are you gonna steal from people?
armor or weapons or anything?
He kind of shakes his head and goes, not in the direction of the coach. Granted, the coach is only a few doors down, so you're not likely to run into much of anything.
Oh, I was asking you, is there anybody in the bar area?
No, there's nobody in the bar area.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, I guess we're all going to eat breakfast quickly and then head on over to get a wagon or cart, coach.
And feed the animals.
Alright. Ellywick, are you feeding Barzu?
Yes.
Of course, we started a day ago.
And I grab his eye and hand him some of whatever I'm eating, some of the bread and fruit that I've got.
What way are you facing when you take the eye?
We went up and talked to him, so I guess I hadn't moved to like eat. Are we just gonna eat at the bar?
Well, that's up to you to decide where you're gonna eat.
I'm just like I'm asking everybody, when we were up there, were we like sitting there and getting food at the bar, or?
I didn't have a seat up there, so I'm sitting down here.
Okay, yeah, because I probably would have walked back here to like. So, probably facing this direction.
Can you draw like an arrow for me?
Yeah.
Wait, which arrow is the arrow? That way? Huh. So what's everyone else doing?
Eating.
Don't say move.
Alrighty.
I'm eating. I'm asking. Yeah, I'm just eating. Asking Barzu how he's doing for the day. If he got good sleep and everything.
Hey, should we check on those prisoners before we leave the town?
Saying that too.
I guess Ellywick, since I'm sitting next to her.
I don't know if we have time, and I don't know if we can get back down to the prison easily enough.
I hear vandals hit it and like graffitied the place like crazy.
What?
Vandals hit it and graffitied the place like crazy. Lord's Alliance.
Yeah, something happened. Graffiti popped up. I hear the maker of that actually cried a little bit on the inside.
Aw.
Beautiful now. They have a
We weren't
sub
going
that's
back
covered
there.
in white.
Lord away.
Who needs the red brands when you got a husband?
Seriously. My own personal graffiti. I mean, it does have people labeled as cheaty dude and stinky.
Yep. I think you should be renamed as William Pollock.
Boy. Okay. So,
All right, guys, finish up your food. Let's go.
yeah, sorry, I was looking at.
Nom, 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 nom.
Alright, so you guys finish eating. You notice the Kenku are still sticking around. Are you gonna take them with you?
If they follow.
Didn't know that was a thing.
They seem to disappear into out of anywhere at any time.
Yeah.
How tall are they?
Third person size.
Let me look it up.
I don't think they're a normal sized creature.
I think they're just average human height.
They're very well
They are
done.
5 foot tall and between 90 and 120 pounds of medium size.
Like large children.
Would they be able to fit on the cart or whatever with us?
Yeah, they would be able to.
Well, I guess they're welcome along.
I guess I'll turn to them and ask if coming with us or what they're doing. Are you coming with us?
Yes. Again, in that same voice that you used before.
I refuse to believe they've only heard the word yes said in that one creepy tone.
They choose to.
That's what your guy wants to use right now.
That makes him a creepy person.
I guess I'm leading the way and heading over to that the coach.
Yep.
Place.
I'm right with you.
Correct. As you approach the coach, it sounds like it's in stereo. The Kenku behind you are mimicking the noise as well.
The noises of what?
The coach, like the neighing of the horses, the sound of the wheels on the
Bus.
substrate.
Round and round.
Yep.
I try and ignore them and continue on my way.
Congratulations, we now have 4 Barzus.
Jesus Christ. Lark, you better get an umbrella.
Ellywick, you hear Barzu say from beside you, I'm the king now!
Why are you the king?
I have powers now! They don't know it, it's okay.
Can they understand Barzu?
They cannot understand him, but they can mimic the same sounds. So when he says, I'm the king now, all the Kenku say, I'm the king now! But they don't understand what's coming out of their mouths.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then how do they know? So they understand English, but they don't know anything else?
They understand common,
Right.
and you have not found another language that they understand.
Okay.
I say, quick quip, Sonic. I say something a little bit, not shady, just a little tricksy.
What do you say?
How's your god in Draconic?
Okay, and you hear an echo of, how's your god? Back to you. But it's not used in a sentence, it's nothing like that.
Yep, they don't know. Okay, so we're getting on this coach. We going?
Woo!
Toot toot.
Guess so.
Okay, hold on, I'll move you guys to the...
Phandalin, party of 8. Much better than Donner, party of 4.
So the best DM here would have like an Oregon Trail, the wagon moving along in 8-bit. Fantastic.
I'm not getting dysentery.
You might.
Nobody has to get dysentery, Lark, it's how it works.
I recommend the formerly cursed people.
Also, everyone has to forge the river.
No,
I
cock it
died.
and go.
We're doing it.
No, we're caulking the wagon and we're floating it across.
No
You
one
always
even knows
cock
what
the
that
wagon and
means.
float across.
Always cock the wagon.
Always.
No, you forge, goddammit.
No, we
You get out
don't.
there.
No, you go 10 miles up the river and you pay that outrageous ferry price.
Hell no.
No, you don't. No.
All right, let's go hunting, everybody. We have like 10,000 bullets.
And then let's cry when we miss everything.
And
I
even
hit the
better,
stuff.
When we're done, we managed to shoot ourselves, even though we used all 10,000 bullets.
Hell yeah.
Okie doke.
Alrighty. So you guys are able to travel. And you're going along. Oh, I need dice.
You need dice. That's not a good sign.
Always a good sign. When is it never a good sign?
You roll them?
Oh,
Bad luck.
Just like that. We're all gonna die.
As you're going along, so the Kenku have followed you. They're not on the map.
We come across a river. We're going to have to decide whether we ford it.
Cock it.
Cock it.
Don't get penis here, everybody. Back.
Now remember, Harry always gets dysentery and dies.
Hey, Lark's got a lot of balls, so we're good.
Guys.
Okay, you refuse to bury her, and then everybody else gets sick because of it.
You know what? I'm just gonna float her down the river. We'll be fine.
Does she take her sword with her? And
Oh, let me just shrink this guy. Oh, never mind. I see why. Imagine these people are smaller.
Oh my god, giant Kenku.
Well, we're already imagining they don't have suits and martinis. Smaller at this point.
Perfect. Let's go and so you hear a sound. I know, it's great when you hear a sound. And there is a troop that is off to the side. They look like they are also in a coach, and the wheel is broken. Do you help them?
We only can carry so many axles on the Oregon Trail. We have a tongue.
Don't forget the extra wheels.
Always need more wheels.
The second wagon filled with nothing but axles and wheels for this.
Guys, where am I gonna put my piano?
I think we should try and stop and help them.
I think we should
at
help
least.
them.
I feel like
I don't know about that. mean, what
How do
good
they
is going
look?
to come out of this?
So they look like they are road-worn people. They're in brightly colored outfits. Most likely they're a traveling troupe of some sort involved in entertainment.
They're the circus
How many?
people.
There are 4 of them.
4 of them.
All
And
circus.
are we sure the wagon is not a clown car and there are 20 in there?
You do not know.
Just an elaborate highway robbery scheme.
That's what I'm.
Okay, so while the others go to help everybody, I'm going to stand off a little bit to the side and just kind of be wary of everything, guard it. But while I'm looking like I'm guarding the road, I'm more scrutinizing the group.
And I'm going to tell Lark to, before we get off, to keep an eye out since she's a well-trained thief, that she should know the
Signs of being thief.
know the signs.
Do I recognize them as being thieves?
Well, you recognize them as being folks involved in entertainment. You don't recognize them as particularly sketchy or anything like that, but they do look like they've been on the road for quite some time.
Can I do a perception check on them?
They look like people.
Does it look like
Well, they're not
the
bred.
wagon was naturally broken?
By the string of profanities and the half of a wheel stuck in the mud, it appears to be naturally broken.
But they are performing.
Does it look like they have anything expensive on them?
They are performers.
Doesn't say anything.
It does everything.
And this is when our group took a dark turn and sold them all into slavery.
The Kenku watched and then just repeated it back to people.
Well, Liam's gone, so.
Right.
Yeah, I was thinking when we first got to Neverwinter that we should look up our friends, but I'm like, oh yeah, we can't look up our friends.
And we can be like, wait, what? Mariel, I need you to tell me where you're at right now in the game. Go.
Call her up. Patch her in.
Yeah, I'll be like, okay, this is what they say they're doing.
They went on a journey on a wagon. They got some dysentery.
There's a reason why I didn't say that Palor was an available temple to go to.
So, do I notice anything about these troops, or is it just actually a broken wheel?
Well, the wheel is definitely broken.
I said it was stuck in the mud.
Part of it was stuck in the
The rest of it.
not attached.
Okay, I'm gonna ask
Just,
them.
like, quit your shit.
I'm gonna ask them if they have a spare wheel.
Alright, so there are 4 people. They're all gnomes.
They're all okay.
They're all
I'm sorry.
gnomes?
I love gnomes, and I am just gonna throw them at you today.
Yay!
So I'm gonna hold on to William and say, hey, do you see anything magical about
Okay. So you're asking if there are, if they have a spare wheel.
Yeah.
So the gnome that you approach is an older-looking gentleman and goes, "A spare wheel? If I had a spare wheel, I wouldn't be in this. I would be down the road halfway to Neverwinter."
Do we have a spare wheel on our cart?
If you did, it's not yours to give away.
Well, then
How
I
much
guess,
would it cost for us to repay it once it's gone?
I'm not giving up our wheel. What if ours breaks down?
I know the wheel is just really long.
I'm with you, Lark.
I'm going to go up there and can I cast mending? Can we get it out of the I'm gonna ask them, can we get, if we can help you lift this out of the mud and get it out of there, I can try and mend it and I can cast mending on it.
You would not be able to cast mending on this.
What? Why not?
Because it would be larger than a foot in any dimension, and it has more than one break or tear.
Aw.
Can I inspect the wheel and see if there's anything I can do with my kit surrounding wood to see if I can give them a makeshift wheel?
Sure. What was it? Wait, what was the history check on?
My history check, or no,
No.
I did a perception check on whether or not they were shady.
Yeah, but then William did a history check.
That was so long ago, and I don't remember what it was at the time.
It was literally the most recent thing that happened.
Yes. I say
He's drunk.
this did not happen that long ago. So
Oh, I remember what it was. My history check was, I remember there being this many gnomes alive at any one time.
yes, you do.
Okay.
You didn't even have to. Oh my. Literally, you run into like 7.
Yes, we've run into 7 gnomes out of a total of like 12 people.
What's wrong with that?
Doesn't happen.
It is statistically unlikely in a human kingdom.
There's lots of gnomes in this kingdom. They're all on the high road today. Okay, so you look, Moroz, and the wheel looks as if it's not easily repaired. Like, you could probably make something, but it would take more than a day to make it, and it probably would break shortly after.
I kind of want to just so it breaks on it, but
This will save you on your way.
Yeah.
5 feet down the road. Well, that sucks. Goodbye.
Can they just walk?
Are you asking them?
Yeah.
not far.
What? How are they gonna get all my supplies and everything there? I can't carry it.
There's
I'm
5
a
of you.
gnome. There's 4 of them.
What all do you have?
Not multiply.
We could just kill them and take their stuff.
Strange thing you're happening. What were you saying?
Nothing.
What else
Horrible.
supplies do you have?
The gnome looks at the halfling and goes, "If you touch it, I will destroy you."
Are they all close enough for me to slap with my cock?
What?
Kind of cold. I'm not going, but I am kind of looking to see if they are.
I'll get the balls out.
Cock and balls, yes! I knew Lark and I were going to be fast friends. The team of cock and balls.
That is a fighting stance.
Okay, so they are somewhat close to you. There are 4 of them, so 2 are close to you, Moroz, and 2 are not necessarily that close.
I'm not.
Is the wagon still stuck in the mud?
The only thing stuck in the mud right now is part of the wheel.
Well, they can get on our wagon, and then after we're done, they can ride it back to Neverwinter.
Well, which direction are they going? Where are you headed?
Going to Neverwinter.
How do we know that?
Because they said, how are we supposed to get to Neverwinter?
Oh, I missed that.
It doesn't seem like there's anything that we can do to help you. We are heading south to Phandalin.
We can try to send, if we run across anybody else, we can try to direct them to help them.
Or the cart can pick them back up on its way back to Neverwinter.
Yeah.
You do not think they're hostile. But
What?
lawful roll to see if they're hostile.
I say we just we gotta continue on. They're pressing matters. We can try to send some help afterward. Really can't do anything.
Why can't I do like minor? Since mending's a cantrip, why can't I just do like minor mends along the whole thing?
You can try.
Okay. Then I want to pull the wheel part that's stuck in the mud and put it up next with a part that's still on the cart and pass mending on a little piece and see if that works putting two pieces together.
Can you make a strength roll to get the wheel out of the mud?
I'll do that.
Well, here, let me roll.
Oh, and then
Okay, you can.
well, there's your one good roll for the night. The very end. Okay, so you're able to get that out. So, and you're casting cantrips on it.
What?
And you're able to get the wheel out. How are you going to align it on to the other half of it?
How is it looking? Does it look like the cart is like leaning on that side, so like all the weight's on it? Like, should I take the wheel off to be able to like put it together? Or does it look like it's kind of hanging there in the air, easy enough to hold things together to it?
We could help hold the cart up.
Yeah, so you'll need to have help, or sorry, the cart was leaning over, so you'd have to have somebody help you hold it up.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll try to help hold it up.
Yeah. Moroz, can you help me hold this up? And Lark, can you help hold this together? And I'm gonna try to mend this in like little bits. I can't promise this will work, but it's the only thing I've got. So
Okay.
okay.
Strength?
So
Strength, like,
Nope.
yep. Oh no. Is anybody else helping? So, seeing Zervik struggle, William, you come in and help. You're able to successfully hold up the side. And Ellywick, you're able to start casting your.
so how many breaks are there?
There are
Like-
24 breaks.
Okay. Did my
But it's
first
an
one at least
inconvenience
like
And
hold it together?
what?
So I'm assuming it's a wheel with like a center and then spokes around it and then the rest of the outer wheel, right?
Yep.
Okay. So is the center of the wheel part broken? So the part that spins?
Yes, that part is broken. The part where the axle would like slip into.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and mend that circle spot first.
Hub.
Hub. There we go.
Okay. So it's a cantrip. So I'm going to say that you're able to do it. No issue.
Okay. Once that's together, I'm going to try and put the is the wheel like just broken in half, or is it in more pieces than just half?
Well, it's broken in 24 places.
Well, yeah, but are those 24 places along the wheel rim, or are they along the spokes mainly?
They're half and half.
Half and half. Okay, then I'm going to start repairing parts of the outer wheel spoke first. So do you want me to just keep casting mending?
No, we can just say you cast mending.
Okay.
It's fine, and we will assume that 24 minutes later you finish repairing the wheel. What do you do next? Don't spam it. What do you do next?
We have some dead dick.
Say
No.
I think your wheel's fixed, and hopefully you can make it along your way.
So when you finish, the older gnome looks at Ellywick and says, "Do you want to see a secret inside the cavern? The caravan, not cavern." Look, it's late. My mind's gone.
Can I cast perception to see if this is a safe thing to do or if he's...
Yep. You get the feeling that there's something just a little bit off here.
Then I'll say, no, thank you. We really need to be along on our way. Good luck on your travels.
We'll take some money though for our
No,
time.
it's a pedo bear.
So, as you're saying that, the old man says, I knew it! I knew there'd be a rival artificer! I knew it! You're just trying to steal my caravan!
What? No.
Why else would you fix the wheel if you want all my artificer stuff?
So I'm gonna step in and I'm going to intimidate and I'm gonna say, do you want us to steal your caravan or do you want to go along your way and leave us the fuck alone?
I'm fine stealing it.
Okay. So he's intimidated, but he's standing there going, why would you want to... I am one of the best artificers around, and everyone always tries to steal my stuff.
Barzu.
No, that's a different voice. I made sure they were different, because you keep saying that.
I'm gonna say, let's just get out of here, guys. We did our good deed. Let's go help Phandalin.
If
Running-
he expects us to steal from him, why
Yeah.
don't we just steal from him?
I was gonna say,
It's not the right thing to do.
He thinks it is.
yeah, he
No,
does.
he doesn't.
Even after an impressing intimidation, he still thinks we should steal from him. So,
Lark, are you gonna look inside the caravan? Are you gonna sneak a
Don't
peek?
do it.
What?
it could be an erotic pangolin.
How closed is it? I mean, can I see in a window?
Well,
Phandalin.
it is actually no. You would be able to pull back a flap and look inside.
But I can stay outside while I'm doing this?
Yeah.
Nothing
Okay,
but-
let's do it.
Okay. What you see in front of you are a lot of strange looking contraptions. They all have handles, and then they have hold on. I can't think of the word I'm thinking of. So it all has handles and then what looks to be a long piston side. Pistol side.
So, what are these guns?
Are you asking that guy?
Yeah.
I knew everyone would come for the greatest gunsmith and the sword goes. I knew it.
So, can I take a gun?
Nice.
If you took it, you wouldn't know how to use it.
Well, I could sell it. Can anyone use guns here?
What's a gun?
You would not be able to sell this, most likely.
So I want them to leave, but now I'm afraid that they have a Gatling gun that they can turn around and destroy us with.
Well, a whole bunch, but they can go on their way. Yep.
I tried to intimidate him to do that, and he wanted to stay and argue.
Well, yeah.
I rolled really well.
Just because he's arguing doesn't mean we can't just turn around and leave. He's just yelling at you.
Yeah.
Does-
So they're getting ready to leave. Lark just looked in there and saw the guns.
Does he have gold instead?
If you try to get gold, I want you to just think about the old adage: don't take a knife to a gunfight.
Oh, you take an Eldritch Blast instead.
An Eldritch Tickle.
It is currently Eldritch Spider Slayer.
I mean, I feel like he should be grateful that we stopped here and, saved his little wagon, and all he's doing is calling us thieves, and I can't even steal anything, apparently.
Oh, you could try.
Well, I can't get anything out of it if I can't use it and I can't sell it. I'll just start a fight.
Yeah,
And if-
yeah. So artificers and gunsmiths and sword coats are relatively a new thing. There are very few of them. Most of them tend to be gnomes. They're very rival heavy. So everyone keeps their secrets to themselves. Trying to think of how to describe them. There's some magic involved with their stuff, but for the most part, they are intense in their rivalries, right? So like, think of like the most intense adventures ever. So if you got an item from this, you would have a hard time even finding someone to sell it to, because most of them do not openly talk about their artificery.
Okay. So there's all that's in this wagon is just guns, and we can't do anything with the guns, and I can't get gold from them. So I'm good with just going.
Yep.
They're not going to pay us anything for fixing their stuff so they can actually sell their wares to Neverwinter.
You don't do good deeds because you expect something in return.
No, but sometimes when you've done a good deed, people should reward you for that deed.
We could just burn it down.
Good.
What is this, a bar?
Okay, so these people are moving on now. One of the gnomes, not the gnome that you were talking to, throws 2 gold pieces behind her as she does it, and kind of has a sorry look. And
That's
latches on
Ellywick.
to the wagon.
I call out in gnomish, take care and stay safe.
Yep.
To her. And I'll go ahead. Does she throw them closest to me, or who does she throw them closest to?
Just generally behind them, so it'd be
Okay.
close to Ellywick, because you would have been right by the caravan, and the Kenku.
Well, who
Okay.
paid for this caravan in the first place?
I'm gonna grab up the gold pieces and hand them to, and one to Lark and one to
Fixed it.
one to Lark and one to well,
I mean, did anyone ever actually pay for this caravan that we're taking? I mean, we could just divide it up, since if we all technically paid for it and get our money back.
You all talked about how you're going to pay for it and how much it was going to cost. I thought you'd already deducted it, but if you didn't, then that's going to have to be.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
might have just killed
I
the
deducted
caravan.
1 gold piece from mine, just because I wasn't sure exactly the division.
How much was it total again?
2 gold, 2 silver, 5 copper. But we are going to cancel the 5 copper and just do 2 gold, 2 silver.
So I deducted a gold. And I'm gonna hand my other gold to the other one to
We'll just say
So,
that I paid the
William
other gold and
and-
2 silver.
to William and Moroz and say split that as you will.
just pay for the cart.
Well, I'm just
I already
handing it off to
deducted
you
it.
guys. It's up to you what you do with it.
It's going towards the cart.
Okay, we're back in the wagon.
So here's the thing: if it's 2 gold, 5 silver, right? Is it?
2 gold, 2 silver.
Let's just continue.
Onward!
I mainly just gave the gold out to the people who helped and to shut up Lark about not getting gold.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so you're able to make your way down pretty easily. It's quiet the rest of the journey. How far are you guys going? You're on the map where you're stopping.
We want to be a few miles out of it.
We'd be stopping like right.
Well, you should know whatever the cost of the carriage is minus the copper. That's so minus the 5 copper. So we're
Yeah.
stopping 5 copper out.
That's what I thought. Okay,
Pretty
so
close.
this is 1 day's journey right here. So you will be making rest.
Okay.
what are your watches, and then after that we will call it good because I'm starting to like lose track of everything. Watches.
I mean, if you're losing track, we could just set up watches next time and go from there.
Well, I'm gonna write down the watches, and then we'll just start at watch 1 next time.
Okay.
Need to watch number 3.
Derivix is 4.
How many watches do we need?
You only need 4. There will be a Kenku on each of the 3 first watches. Waffle, you're on 4?
Yep.
She said 100.
Oh,
Yeah.
I understand.
Like,
Is that for the whole day today?
Yep.
That was for interacting with the caravan and stuff.
Yep.
What about the town? Did we get anything from the town?
You really only went shopping in the town?
Hey, I talked to the god.
I went to a circus.
I drank a lot.
No XP.
I learned 2 new skills.
Yeah, when you say it like that, I'm like, well, yeah, then you get XP. But then it's like,
No, I'm not asking for XP. I learned 2 new.
but yeah. So you guys are good. That should be good for everybody.
Not that I'm an XP whore, but do I like get any extra notes or anything since I like use ingenuity to fix the wheel?
Sure, give yourself 5 extra XP.
I looked in the cart.
Oh, come on.
Lark discovered a whole new thing she didn't know exists. There are gunsmiths in the world.
but I showed up.
We bought a house. Come on.
I failed a roll to lift the cart up.
So did I. So
I held the card up.
Yeah, you're off.
Okay.
Okay, your
Alright.
experience is being able to rename your Eldritch Blast again.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Eldritch card holder.
Fine. So yeah, that's what we're ending tonight. What day do we want to